A very good morning to everyone gathered here today at the Sheshadripuram Educational Trust Conference Hall. I welcome you all for the second day national level workshop on cracking the code, AI in forensic investigation. Day 2 of the workshop brings us closer to questions of evidence and establishing the truth. And 2 sessions by Mr. V.G. Nayak sir and Faninder B.N. sir will tie the knots together to bring us greater clarity on forensic sciences. Before we begin, I invite Lolakshi to welcome the esteemed dignitaries.
Thank you, Vidya. It's my privilege and honor to introduce before this gathering our esteemed resource person of Day 2 of Technical Session 1. V.G. Nayak sir served in all divisions of the Forensic Science Laboratory for a brief period, following which sir dedicated over 28 years to the toxicological section in various capacities, analyzed more than 7,000 toxicological cases and provided expert testimony in over 800 cases before various honorable courts. Sir also served as in charge director of FSL Bengaluru. Now we request the dignitaries on the stage to welcome sir. Thank you, sir, and thank you, ma'am. We also take this opportunity to welcome Shri W.D. Vijay Kumar, sir, Trustee of Sheshadripuram Educational Trust. We request our principal, Dr. Pranitha B.S. Madam, to welcome sir. We also welcome our principal, Dr. Pranitha B.S. Madam. Now we call upon Sulabha Madam to welcome our principal. I now request V.G. Nayak sir to kindly take over this technical session 1 of the Day 2. Over to you, sir.
We invite W.D. Vijay Kumar sir to share a few words with us.
Good morning. My name is Vijay Kumar. I am a trustee in this esteemed college from last 15 years. I have also studied in this college. I am an alumni. And I am an engineer, and I have done my management course in MS Ramaya. That was a long time back. I worked in IT industries for 21 years, and now I have come out of IT and doing realting. So basically, I am a construction management and developer. So this particular program, I was very much interested. Yesterday I had to attend, but I could not attend. But I took the feedback. The feedback was very good. So a couple of my friends are here, so they have given me the feedback. And today's program is also as good as yesterday's. So kindly be with us, participate, and take the best out of this program. So you will not get everything in one program. Here you are getting law, basically you are law students, and you are getting some part of forensics, anatomy, digital whatever it is regarding storage or forensic with respect to electronics. So that is going to get covered. And also when it comes to anatomy, there is some sort of sociology and physics, chemistry, everything being included. So you will have to participate and make sure that we have got our esteemed faculties or program coordinators who have conducted this program. And also our chief guest is very learned, and he has done these type of programs many times. And I wish you people participate and make this program a grand success. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sir, for these words. It really takes the program forward. And at this point, I call on Mr. V.G. Nayak, sir, to address the gathering.
Very good morning to everybody. So at the outset, I thank the management of this institution and the organizers for giving me this opportunity to part of this very good 2 days workshop, national level workshop. So it has been told me that most of the participants are law students, and some are from students of forensic science. Maybe they are already attended my one or two lectures earlier. So I am concentrating only on basics of forensic science, especially for the who are the legal professionals. So they should know what is forensic science, how it works, how they have to be well prepared to know the forensic science before actually practicing that one. So with this background, I will just start with my talk. It is recording. Okay. So it is a scientific justice, how science, the journey to the world of justice through science. So how science will help to crack the so many cases. So that is the theme of this talk today. So I will start with I will start with some cases, so you will know how forensic science will work. Some unnatural death cases. This is the one case. It is in Bangalore only, in BTM layout. One of the physiotherapist clinic, the crime scene is like this. So immediately they have called us. So our office is nearby in Madiwala. We have rushed, and this was the actual crime scene photograph. The one lady, so she was found dead in the bathroom. So her head is in the bucket full of water. This is the crime scene. So no injuries on the body. How it has happened, doesn't know. So this is the thing where how to investigate this case. What has happened? So next slide, please. Next. Yeah, this is one of the case. One of the engineering students, she has gone for taking bath early morning because she is having some exam on that day. So she has gone into bathroom. So till 45 minutes they have seen she has not came out. So parent break open the door, and same time they had such first case, the dead body found in the bathroom. And same time, third case also, this is in JP Nagara. So function is going on that house. So continuously one by one person going for taking the bath. In one fine time, two brothers, 13 years old and 15 years old, they have gone inside the bathroom at the same time. After some time, the 15-year-old boy just anyhow he opened the door and fell outside the bathroom, and 13-year boy found totally unconscious in the bathroom itself. This is I am giving few cases. It is still going on, same type of cases. And one of the cases I can say you is near, I think on Sarjapur Road, what we have seen. He was a doctor. It was raining and some electricity problem was there. Electricity was not there. At that time what happened? So doctor has started the generator. No. Okay, if it is okay, mic is there. He has closed the windows and door and he was sitting. It was told he was sitting there. So after some time it was seen he was on the chair and just like this position he was on that table, found dead. This is continuously happening. These are all unnatural death cases. No injuries on the body. They were very well healthy persons. No any history of any ill health. But such type of deaths are happening. Now investigating officers' problem is what is happening. So in particular case, what has happened? How the person had died. Any unnatural death case, the body will send for postmortem. Samples, internal organs will send to the forensic lab to investigate what may be the cause of death. So because after our getting the report only, doctor has to give the cause of death. And our report will help to say that what is the manner of death. Manner of death is different from the cause of death. So after getting the forensic, here forensic will enter to solve this type of cases. So I can say the first case. So you can see in the bathroom, gas geyser is there, electric geyser is there, cylinder is there. Okay. In second case, oh, that photo I have not, there also gas geyser is there. And one thing is there, here in cases, most of the cases, gas geysers. Okay, in this case, gas geyser is there, window is closed. When we have visited the crime scene, we have opened the door and pipe has came, cylinder has kept safely outside. And in doctor's case, the Honda generator was there inside the room and it was running. And this is the what we have got the background of the history. So they will not mention it. Whenever we have visited the crime scene, we will come to know. Otherwise, these are the things investigating officer might have not observed and not recorded also. And in one of the case, they have, in the one case in Mysore, one family, they have slept night and they have heating the water for early morning, they have to go somewhere. They have put the fire to heat that what we will call a hande, big boiler like heating. And morning, all four were dead. This is continuously happening. When their samples were analyzed by the forensic lab in toxicology section, we came to know that all the cases carbon monoxide is detected. Where from carbon monoxide has come? Then we have to take, if it is not there, we have to visit the crime scene. If body is not there, we will visit and take the, what is happening here. Everywhere gas geyser or something is burning, which is producing carbon monoxide. When it carbon monoxide produced, whenever something is burning, oxygen is required. When sufficient oxygen is there, carbon monoxide, instead of carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide will release. It is not poisonous. When the doors are closed, bathrooms are small, windows are closed, the oxygen inside the bathroom is not sufficient to burn that gas. Then carbon monoxide will produce. And carbon monoxide is such a gas, it is a tasteless, colorless, and heavier than the air. It will deposit on the lower side and person can easily inhale that one. Once in our hemoglobin, the oxygen carrier, that will supply oxygen to our brain. When oxygen and carbon monoxide is there, if 95% oxygen is there in this room and 5% monoxide, carbon monoxide is there, our hemoglobin having the affinity towards the carbon monoxide is 240 times more than the oxygen. It will take first carbon monoxide. Then it will take, and in hemoglobin will convert to carboxyhemoglobin. It will stop taking the oxygen. Though deficiency of oxygen supply to the brain, the person will fall unconscious. But still he is breathing because he is not dead. So slowly carbon monoxide inhalation will go increase and carboxyhemoglobin percentage will be slowly increasing. When it crosses 20, person will die. When it reaches 10 above something, person will unconscious. So these are the things has happened all this case. So here, which is the dangerous one? The gas geysers are silent killers without knowing. All are accidental cases. In their doctor's case, the gas generator, the electric generator, it was burning. It was sufficient oxygen was not there. Carbon monoxide was produced and death has occurred. So this is where the forensic science will help to solve this type of cases. So here what happened, first case, female 30 years, 10.6. You might have seen the, here she is unconscious, death is not due to carbon monoxide. When she unconscious and fell down, that had gone into the water, just like drowning case. So water has gone into the system, lungs is having the water, just like drowning. She is not died due to the total carbon monoxide. But cause is carbon monoxide to make the unconscious her. So second one, these are the symptoms. When carbon monoxide is inhalation started, carboxyhemoglobin, it will give the clue. So when it is a white complexion, pink color patches will seen on the body. That is the clue. If while postmortem doctor has recorded that one, that will give the clue for us. Otherwise, we have to rule out all the poison. So only this pink color will observe in two cases. One in carbon monoxide, one in cyanide case. That will give definite clue if our internal organs will turn into cherry red. Whenever the cherry red color is there, if doctor has mentioned that one, we will test first cyanide and carbon monoxide. If it is negative, then only we will go for other tests. Because as a toxicologist, I am saying, whatever I have seen, I will say that it is a poisonous. So we have to rule out everything. So I can say if a water bottle is kept here, just now, I can say this is most dangerous, very poisonous water it is. Maybe it is a Bisleri one. But everything depends upon the dose. How much enter into the body. If I am taking half a liter of water at a time, nothing will happen. If I drink more than 5 liters at a time, what will happen? Suddenly, electrolyte imbalance and person will collapse. So, water is also poison, only depends upon the dose, how much entered at a time. So, it is the thing, other things I can say. Here, gas geyser is a silent killer. And so many things, it is regularly happening in Bangalore like cities, not in rural areas. Small bathrooms and other things. Regularly you may see in the papers or on the news, gas geyser deaths are there. And as a forensic, it is a preventive forensic. Somewhere it is, everything is happening, nobody knows, but all will come to forensic lab. We are having the data. Yes, this month, this much carbon monoxide death has happened in Bangalore because of gas geyser. It is our responsibility to give the awareness to the public. So this is our preventive forensic, giving the wide publicity about this one and how safety. And if it is very dangerous, I am not saying you cannot use the gas geyser, because very cheap you have to use, but how safety measures have to be followed. Install the instrument outside the bathroom preferably. Usually people will install the gas geyser inside and keep the cylinder outside. Cylinder you keep anywhere, nothing will happen. If gas is leaking, it is having the smell, mercaptan smell is there, and it will give the indication that gas is leaking. But carbon monoxide will not give any indication. It is a tasteless, colorless gas. And ensure good ventilation. If it is not possible, if you want 1 bucket, 2 bucket, 3 bucket of hot water, collect that much, then off the geyser and go into the bathroom for taking the bath. Bathroom and geyser is on, don't stay inside long. All gas geysers must carbon monoxide sensors, what we have suggested, and carbon monoxide sensors are most costlier than the gas geyser itself. Geyser you are getting about 3,500 rupees. And carbon monoxide sensor is having more than 7,000 rupees. So nobody will use, the companies will not use the carbon monoxide sensors. So if it is sensor is used for this gas geyser, if carbon monoxide start accumulating in that room, it will give the beep sound, so that it is a danger sound. But nowadays some companies are coming with the oxygen sensor. They are less costlier than the carbon monoxide sensors. And gas sensor must be annual maintenance. Like this one we have given regularly at that time in papers. Nowadays, still after giving so much publicity also, we are getting the same number of cases in cities. So with this awareness, I am taking this case as how forensic science giving the help to solve this type of cases. Meantime, I want to give maximum awareness, so that if you know, you have to give the awareness to who are using the gas geysers. From this, I will start actually the forensic science, how it works. So forensic. This is the word forensic mean it came from the Latin, earlier Roman time. The crime and whenever crime has happened, crime and accused, they will present their case in the forum. Who will present the best thing, they will win the case. On that basis, this word has come from the Latin forensis. It has come as a forensic. So in forensic investigation, there are two types of investigations. One is forensic science, one is forensic medicine. Forensic science is application of science to law to solve the cases. Earlier definition, it was application of science. Only science subjects were applied for solving the crimes. Nowadays, it is totally changed. Because you name it any subject, it is help in solving the crime. That's why different divisions or disciplines are opening in the forensic lab. Any other than science also. So one by one, while explaining, you can come to know. Any art, science, commerce, engineering, computer science, everything is required in forensic science now. That's why this only science is not there. Application of science was earlier definition. Now application of starting with the common sense to any subject is required in forensic science. Most of the cases, just using the common sense case will solve. Not required high-tech instruments and high-tech facilities to solve those cases. Forensic medicine is application of medical knowledge to aid the support the administration of justice. These two are available, but only thing is how investigating officers, user agencies are using that one. That is important. If forensic lab is having the experts, having the facility, and forensic medicine, doctors knows everything, but investigating officer is the main. He has to call and he has to take the assistance. Otherwise, we can't jump into that case. Only investigating officer is the boss for that particular case to investigate. Without his call, we can't go and attend those cases. That's why how effective forensic field is used by the investigation is important. So this is the problem now. So dramatization of forensic science. So many serials like crime scene investigation, CID serials are coming. There who are publics are not knowing about the forensic science. The unrealistic view of how process works, they will show in the serials. Unrealistic expectations from the forensic, and within half an hour, one serial, they will solve one case. Within half an hour. So that is not the real thing. So forensic analysis totally differ from what they are showing in the serials and this thing. Completely differs the way it portrayed it in television or drama as a fiction. Some cases we have to work years together. Some cases in one day it will solve. Some cases months together it will take. Some cases whatever we do we cannot solve. These are the some unsolved cases also there. So forensic investigation, very important is what we are analyzing and giving our report, it will affect that we must know before doing those and giving the report of forensic analysis. In criminal trials, depending upon our case report, the person may behind the bar, or if he is behind the bar, he may come out. It depends upon our report. Loss of career in athletics and something, the sample, blood sample and urine sample will send for the drug analysis. The performance analysis, any drug he has taken in athletics or other thing, in Olympics and other things, it is compulsory. So if our report is wrong, his career will be lost. Loss of job. So many multinational companies, they are sending their employees random checking for employees' blood and urine for testing whether he is taking any drug or not. So he may lose his job. And civil trials, most of the time money will involve, the document forgery and signature forgery and like that one. So that will deny the compensation money, depends upon our report, etc. Therefore, forensic analysis should be accurate. It should not be compromised in any case. So, I can say that invention can change the face of criminal justice. Any scientific invention, it will change the criminal system because criminals are more genius. They will apply any new scientific innovations for making any new type of crimes. Then we will come to know, any investigation officer or forensic scientist come to know that this is the new type of case. It has happened. We have to update our knowledge. We have to update our facility in the lab. For example, 1 decade back, digital forensic or computer forensic name nobody has heard. When this digital and computer forensic computers came into the field, computer crimes have started. Now mobile have come, mobile forensic has come, mobile using the mobile crimes have started. Like that one, whenever the new inventions come, new type of crimes will happen and we have to update. That's why forensic science had made vast progress in last 5 decades. So with the new inventions, we are tremendous advances in science and technology. We are getting the array of scientific tools for investigation. So we have to effectively use those tools for analysis itself. So how the forensic has gained these strides with these new innovations? I can't take all these things because so many things are there. I will give 1 or 2 examples because with the limited time I can give you 1 or 2. You can see in the Sherlock Holmes books, the front page is having the Sherlock Holmes, he is having held one small lens in his hand. That lens is hardly how much magnification? 10, 5x or 10x, what we will call x is magnification. That was the thing. Earlier, olden days, only to see the magnifying this thing, magnifying lens were there. Once the microscopes have come, now we are having the electronic scanning microscope, scanning electron microscope. You can't imagine the magnification power of the scanning electron microscopes. It is having more than 1 lakh time magnification. If you can't imagine such a small particle, you can see under the scanning electron microscope like a boulder. So that much magnification power is there. That is available for forensic lab now. Whatever the crime scene, whatever the minute particles are available, especially in the explosion place. Somewhere it is bomb has exploded. You can't have the bomb to analysis. Where the bomb has exploded, from that area, whole the crater is formed. From there, mud will be collected and sent to the lab. From the mud, we have to have very minute, tiny particle of the chemical used for that bomb may be available. That thing we have to see under the scanning electron microscope. We can see something is visible. Then we are having the hyphenated technique. We can bombard that particular particle with the X-ray. X-ray will bombard and give the X-ray pattern of that particular particle. That particle's X-ray will give its characterization, what it is. From that we can say that this type of chemical used in this bomb. Like that one we are having the facilities now. From analgesic, earlier olden days first drug was to painkiller analgesics. Now we are having the designer drugs. Dangerous word drugs is there now. Whenever the word drugs is used, nobody thinks about the pharmaceutical drugs which are available in the pharmacy, medical store. Just our thinking goes to the drugs, banned drugs, narcotic drugs. Now such a drugs, for that NDPS Act has been erected to punish the persons who are having possession or is selling or consuming some drugs which are banned or restricted. That is, list is there in NDPS. Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act is there. If it is listed in that, drug list, then only the person can be punished. What I have told is criminals are genius. Like that one, scientists are genius scientists. They will create new drug with the new structure, chemical structure, very closely resembled to earlier drug, which is listed in NDPS, but it is not there. Just new name. With having one side chain, chemical chain is different, but having more power than the earlier drug. That is called designer drugs. Now they are in the market. Every time new drug came into the market, the NDPS Act has to be upgraded, adding this drug into that list. That will take some time. By that time, this will be in the market. This drug will be in the market. Nowadays, you can hear the name of MDMA. Whenever the international airport or airports, the drug has been seized, either MDMA or ketamine. MDMA, this crores of MDMA is or cocaine has been seized in that one. When MDMA came into the market, the code name was Meow Meow. For that drug name was Meow Meow. We were not knowing that what is it is Meow Meow. When it came to our lab, we have analyzed with the available all the technique, it was MDMA. Like that one, with the new name, it will be in the market. So many drugs. So every day new drug will come into the market with new name. So that is why it is a challenge for the investigating, for the forensic science also, who are working in the narcotic drug section. They have to update their knowledge daily basis. Blood grouping to DNA. Earlier blood, it was thinking that all persons having the blood, red color, same blood. In 1900, first it was been invented that there are 4 blood groups, A, B, AB and O. Then it has helped for the medicinal purpose to blood transfusion. So same blood group has to be given for blood transfusion, otherwise person will die. Otherwise, without knowing that one, blood transfusion has been done earlier. When it has came into the medical field, it has helped to the forensic science also. Whenever in the crime case or on the weapon blood has been found, we have analyzed that one and we have tested that one, which group it is. If the accused person is having the B group and in the crime scene the blood what we have found is A group, we can exonerate that person. He is not. Find the person who is having the A blood group. But we can't fix the person who is having the A group because so many persons are there with the A group. That's why still it is a problem. But to exonerate it, okay. We can, and with the circumstantial evidence, it is matching with the same group. Now we are having the DNA typing. This is now it is a gold standard to identify the particular person. All over the world, the same person can be identified with DNA because the DNA of the one person cannot be same with all over the world. With the other person, it will not match. Only one possibility is identical twins, not twins. That is called identical twins. But how to differentiate identical twins? From DNA it is not possible, but with the fingerprint it is possible. Fingerprint, identical twins also, different fingerprints. So calculator to computers, I just have given the examples. Firecrackers earlier, now we are having the high explosives. And with the market available simple chemicals with the combination deadly explosive can be prepared. These are the things. And for earlier fingerprint powder has been used for lifting the latent fingerprints. Now we are having the laser beams. You can see in the biometric, laser beam will identify our fingerprints. So interrogation. Earlier it was a third degree interrogation in the police station. Now we are having the facility having the scientific interrogation like lie detector test, brain mapping or narcoanalysis. But whenever the new techniques have been introduced in the crime detection or the case, the court will not immediately accept as a evidence. It will take long time. So many peer reviews when scientific publications and other things, then only it will be considered as evidence. Still narcoanalysis is not taken as evidence because the person himself, he is giving the evidence against him as per the constitution, this thing, it is not allowed. But it may take some time with the modified something. Because when DNA was introduced in 1985, it takes about 10 years to take as evidence. Today, each and every case court is asking make the DNA analysis. So like that, any new scientific tools or methods have been applied in solving the crime. But interrogation, lie detector, brain mapping and narco analysis will give the clue to the investigating officer. No other clues are there. Something happened 1 year back, 2 years back. Nothing, crime scene is not there, no evidence is there. Where evidence is available then? Where evidence is available? Only in the brain of the person who has committed the crime, who has seen the crime. That is recorded in his brain. Anytime it can be retrieved. That is the evidence. But with that evidence, investigating officer get the evidence, and from that basis he has to collect the evidence to produce in the court. That thing itself, it is not as evidence now. So muzzle loading guns to some guns have come, automatic guns have come, AK-47 has come, AK-54 has come, now we are having the AK-74 automatic. Once you have pressed the trigger, within a second 600 bullets will be fired. Like that one, weapons are there. So if it is used in the crime, what will happen? We have to update our knowledge, how to identify the weapon. Because weapon is not available, only bullets are available in the crime scene. So photography, black and white, earlier, whatever the photographs we have taken as evidence, for the court we have to produce with the negative earlier. Then color photographs have come, now we are having the digital photography, everything the court will suspect as it may be morphed photo or something. We have to give the evidence like that one. As the IT Act, the 62B Act, it is different topic. Recorded voice, now we are having the person identification with his voice analysis, that is forensic acoustics, signatures. Earlier, if I have given 2 lakhs checks to the bank, we have to wait for 15 minutes. He has to pass to the senior manager or senior officer. He will take our specimen signature from the dryer and he will compare and pass. Now, within a fraction, check will pass because our signature will be scanned and kept into the bank. This thing, digital cryptography has come. So like that one, whatever the new technique has come, new crimes will happen, we have to update, investigating officer has to update, forensic science lab has to update with that facility to detect such a crimes. So these are the user agencies, mainly police department investigating, CID or CBI, and directly from the court sometimes sample will be referred to forensic lab. Excise department will send the liquors and other thing adulterated or something with the some distillery's sticker or name or something, some adulterated or illicitly prepared. Health and other departments, forest department, this is for the animals who are involved in this thing. And banks, financial institutions, railways will send the samples, and private organization. Now any individual can send the sample to forensic lab. Now it is having the government order. From if you want something to be tested in forensic lab, there is a facility. You have to pay some prescribed fees are there for some tests. That fee can be paid to the treasury. With the challan, you can send the sample to the forensic lab. This facility is now introduced. And what is the role of forensic scientist who is working in the forensic lab? First and foremost is assist the investigating officer to identify the proper evidentiary material in the crime scene. And sometimes we have to proper collection and prevention is very important. If it is evidentiary material is available in the crime scene, how it is preserved, identified and collected and properly preserved and packed and sent to the forensic lab. For that one, sorry. that is preservation and how to send it. An investigating officer may not knowing about that one. We have to assist the investigating officer. Preliminary analysis, sometime in the crime scene itself, we have to do it. And after doing the preliminary analysis, the same sample to be analyzed in the forensic lab using all high-tech instrument and facilities, and we have to give our interpretation of the forensic result obtained. That is not the end. If I am giving the report today, I may have to attend the court to justify what I have given. I have to justify it. It may take 1 year, maybe 10 years or 15 years, we don't know. Because I am giving evidence now, which I have issued the reports in 2012. After retirement also, it is bounded. I have to give because I have signed that report. So that thing, justifying forensic evidence generated before court of law. We have to justify what we have given it. And one more thing is devise the execute suitable need-based training to the user agencies like investigating officers, judicial officers, legal professionals, medical officers who are conducting the post-mortem and this thing, because there should be a coordination between medical officer and us, because some cases what sample is required, medical officer may not be knowing. So in such a cases, what is the importance of which organ is important, that thing should be coordinated with the forensic lab and other agencies like mainly who are studying the forensic science students. So some of the forensic science expertise, I can't give the list. I have just listed some of the major things. Forensic anthropology, forensic accounting, acoustics, forensic ballistics, biology, chemistry, document, forensic engineering, forensic entomology, odontology. Like that one, the list is very big. So I can take some of the main core subjects only, not listing all the things I can't give within a short period. So what is forensic anthropology? So anthropology is Alphonse Berthelin, he has invented first on the body measurement of the skeleton remains, how the person can be identified. That is the basis for that one. To do this, forensic anthropologist examines skeletal remains to find the characteristic, cause of death, male or female, what is the age. Anthropology will help in doing this thing. Nowadays you can heard about the Dharmasthala case. If so many skeletons and other body parts have been recovered, the forensic anthropologist will help to identify the approximate age of the person, male or female, if he is having any other diseases or like thing. So this anthropology expert will help in forensic field. And each and every forensic lab not having the forensic anthropology department. Wherever it is there, we will take help from them. Most of the time it's some medical colleges, they are having the forensic anthropology department that is attached to the forensic medicine. So biology is a forensic biology. I have told you in 1900 first the groups have been identified. Till that time we were not knowing how blood can be taken as evidence. After that, blood stain identifier, father of blood stains. It is for the liquid blood, wet blood. If it is in the crime scene and on the clothes of the criminal who has conducted any crime, any blood stains are old blood stains, dried blood stains, then he has developed the process of determining the blood stain from the dried blood stain, how the grouping can be done, A, B, O, like that. It comes under the forensic serology. So forensic biology is examination of any biological fluids of the body in the crime scene as evidence it is collected, or on the garments of the criminal, or on the accused, or on the victim. First identify the which body fluid it is. Then we have to find the origin, whether it is a human origin or not. If blood is found, whether blood is human origin or not, or any of the animal blood. If it is of the animal blood, we have to identify which animal it belongs. So like if any diatom test, in any drowning case, in the lungs, water will be there. If person is alive while drowning, if it is person died somewhere and dead body has been afterwards thrown into the water, river or something. If it is after death, no water in the lungs. That water will be collected from the medical officer who has conducted the post-mortem. That water and the area where the body has found, that water has to be compared. The person had died here only or somewhere died and body has kept found here. To distinguish that one, this type of diatom test will be there. Diatoms are on small organisms from place to place varies. So these are under the scanning electron microscope, we can see and compare that one. And hair samples, if it is wool, fibers, wood fragments, like any biological material, we can identify in biology section. Serology, I already told, it is characterization of that one. Serology, first evidence as the individual body fluid. DNA of the any part, any fluid of the body, DNA will be the same. So only by doing the DNA, we cannot distinguish which body fluid it is. If it is example of sexual assault. So first the stain whether on the garment is seminal stain or saliva stain. We have to distinguish that one first. If it is saliva stain or blood stain or the seminal stain, DNA will be the same. But to distinguish that one, DNA will be the same, but to distinguish which body fluid it is, that serology will do it there. And this DNA already told, it is gold standard for identification of the particular person now. It has forensic DNA, Sir Alex Jeffrey, first in 1985, he has invented this one. And DNA, I can say you, 99.9% of all person DNA is same. Only 0.01% is varies. That is the thing we are analyzing and identifying the person. That is 0.01% is the important thing. It is not matching person to person. Why? Any DNA, it is any person. The 50% comes from the mother, 50% comes from the father, and the genetic character which is forming that particular person, it is entirely not matching with the mother and not matching with the father, but it is 50% from the mother and father. So that it will be helpful for the paternity and maternity dispute case to identify mother and father, who is the father of this one and who is the mother of this one. So for example, simply what I can give you is your mobile number. It is having just 10 digits, 0 to 9, 10 digits. Your mobile number is anything between 0 to 9, it is arranged. And no one is having the same mobile numbers. No? Different. You can imagine 50% of numbers come from father, 50% come from the mother. And it is you are having the unique number. Your father mobile number is different, mother mobile number is different. Like that one it will happen. It is very simply, example can give you. Because it is a very complicated one. Millions together this DNA, how it will be formed. That's why here it is only 10 digits. Here it is millions arrangement. That's why it is individual characteristic of the particular person. It cannot be same for the person to person. So that is the combination you can imagine. Only 10 digits itself we are having so many combinations. If it is in millions, that combination is entirely different. No two DNA patterns are same. And this is the unique signature found in each person's genetic makeup. And from the beginning, from the birth till end, this will not change. Anytime you can take the person's DNA If it is after death also, skeletons have been recovered, and from the skeleton, if we have recovered the DNA and analyzed, it will give the total DNA of that particular person. So it is from the birth to end, it is same. It will not change. And it will be for personal identification, unidentified dead bodies. Especially you might have seen in the latest air crash, 246 dead. All bodies have been identified with DNA only. Rape and murder cases, any biological fluid or any one hair sample has found in the crime scene or on the victim's body. If afterwards accused has been arrested, we can identify the accused. Paternity, maternity disputes, so it can be solved. Swapping of child in the hospitals, so with the DNA. So nowadays what I am telling is, this is the gold standard to identify the person. Here the samples extracted, studied, it is not required, how it has been done. And forensic entomology. Entomology is study of insects. So that will give the clue for the any decomposed bodies. How many days back the person has died. To identify, no other techniques are available now. So cause of death and manner of death can be given, but how many days back, time of death. To identify the time of death, if it is fresh body, the medical officer will give the approximate time of death. But in decomposed bodies, it is very difficult. Only entomology will help to study of this thing. So this type of decomposed body, the insects or larvae or maggots are formed. So it will be collected and sent to the lab. Here the entomologist will analyze that one, taking the environmental conditions and which species it is. So he will identify like this. So in what stage? Egg stage, first larval stage, second larval, third larval, pupa, then after opening this pupa, the fly will come. So how much time will take? So everything will be calculated and which stage this is there, on that basis the time of death will be identified. So one of the case in Karnataka, in my service, I have seen one case, Nagappa, ex-minister MLA was been killed by the brigand Veerappan. So body was found in decomposed state. So investigating officer has to know how many days back Nagappa was killed. So then total decomposed body, the maggots and flies were been collected from the body and brought to our lab. At that time we don't have that facility. It has been referred to Madhya Pradesh forensic lab there, where the entomologist expert was there. From there we got the report. So like that one, wherever the facility is there, we have to send the sample. But who is visiting the crime scene, he should know which evidentiary material has to be collected. That is important. If it is not collected itself, then no use. That's why who is visiting the crime scene or who is the investigating officer who has visited the crime scene, he should having all this knowledge. What analysis can be done using this evidence, that if knowledge is there, then only the sample will be collected. So forensic chemistry department will any chemical analysis related to chemicals like Dowry Prohibition Act, burning cases, which type of accelerant has been used, diesel, petrol, kerosene or any other thing, like that one, any traces, we have to analyze that one. Explosive substances, if it is exploded or unexploded substances also sometimes will be referred. And food adulteration, petrol, diesel, kerosene, nowadays kerosene is not there, petrol, diesel, adulterations, liquor, Prevention of Corruption Act, hand wash samples, Excise Act, these are all be analyzed in chemistry division. It is forensic chemistry. And forensic drug analysis, earlier it was under the chemistry. When the number of cases has increased, as per the Supreme Court order, each and every forensic lab having the forensic narcotic division, that is especially for drug analysis. For how it will be already I have told you, every day new type of drugs will come. We are having the identify, quantify as the existing and emerging illegal substance. Emerging means every day new type of chemicals and new type of drugs will be introduced into the market, drug market. That is, we have to be updated that one, and we are having all the type of analytical instrument, high-tech instrument, which are having the library created, because we don't have all the standard to compare that one. Here what happens, once, for example, GCMS, gas chromatography with mass spectroscopy. Mass spectra is just like the fingerprint of that particular chemical, that is called mass spectra. So that mass spectra will give the characterization of that particular chemical. And that spectra, once it comes, it will directly go to the automatic matching to the library of the chemicals. And it will give the nearest matching list of the chemicals. So from totally unknown, we will having the short list of 3-4 compounds. From that one, we have to analyze with the different technique and identify which is this particular compound it is. That is what simply I can explain how drug test will be done. So this is especially from drug analysis, especially NDPS Act drugs and new drugs in the market. Forensic engineering also helping us. Nowadays, whenever the collapse of bridges, buildings and other things, we should have the expert to say that whether it is a structural defect or the material used, cement or other things used, combination is not there or something, that analysis is required. The structural defects, other things, engineering, the architect who engineering, they will help us to say this one. And analysis of the debris of that one, whether the proper combination of cement and other things, and cement analysis, everything done in the chemistry division. So forensic engineering new division has opened. That too in not all the labs. Some labs already they are having the forensic engineering. Forensic toxicology. Toxicology is to rule out any toxic materials, poisons. So here main thing what I have told you is everything is poisons. So depending upon the circumstantial evidence and the clue from the postmortem report. From the postmortem report also some type of chemicals will give some clue, internal organ changes in the internal organs. That will give the clue. And depending upon the case history, everything we will take study and we will have to chalk out for this particular case, which are the poisons I have to rule out first. Otherwise, it is a very tedious job. Without knowing anything, analyzing all the things, it will take years together. So with this background, we will start analyzing it. One by one, we will rule out. So this is what, these are mainly analyzing the postmortem samples. Internal organs, stomach, liver, tissue, and lungs, small intestine, blood. Like that one, internal organs will be sent with the preservative who has conducted the postmortem. With his postmortem report, they will send it to you. So we have to analyze this one. And just identification, some cases is not sufficient. We have to quantify that one. If we, example, alcohol is detected. So just saying that alcohol is detected in this blood or internal organs, it will not solve the problem. Because just presence of alcohol will not say that the death is due to alcohol. How much quantity is present, the lethal quantity, that particular chemical is sufficient to kill a person, that much quantity is present in the body, then only it will become lethal. So sometimes quantification also important. So in such cases, quantification also has to be done. So that thing will be done in the forensic toxicology. Ballistics, identification of firearms. Most of the times, if in crime, firearms have been used, if you have with the gunshot, what happened? Maybe in the crime scene, cartridge of the that bullet may be found, and bullet will be in his body inside, or it has passed from the body and somewhere in the crime scene it may be found. Or if it is in the body, the forensic medicine who has doctor who has conducted the postmortem, he will collect that bullet inside from his body. Now, forensic ballistic expert has to say by seeing that cartridge and this thing, which type of weapon it is. Because we don't know from which type of weapon it has been fired, whether it is a pistol, whether it is a revolver or shotgun. Like that one, we have to identify first and give the information to the investigating officer. Afterwards, if the gun has been seized, we have to match that one whether it has been fired with the same gun or not. That is, the marks present on the trace marks on the bullet or on the cartridge case, that is individual characteristic, just like fingerprint for that particular weapon. If 10 weapons are manufactured in the company at the same mold at that time, but all 10 are different, where internal the markings and everything with the machine, this thing, it will come different. That will be the helping the identifying the weapon. That is fingerprint of that weapon, particular weapon. So that the particular weapon can be identified using that bullet, cartridge and other evidences, we can fix the weapon. Or the arms and ammunition recovered under, whether it is comes under Arms Act or not. So means recently 1 week back I have got the information from my native place, Sirsi. So their DSP called. Sir, one happened, the person was handling the air gun. He had just triggered and 2 children were playing. One has passed to one child, a small child, maybe 3-4 years. With the heart, it has entered his heart, he had died. Whether it comes under Arms Act or not, that air weapon. So problem is, as such air weapon is not under the Arms Act. It is license is not required, but recent judgment and other things are there. If it is the, what is the velocity of that one, we have to find out. If that particular velocity crosses, you have to take the permission, that license for that particular weapon. With the nearest shot, the person may die with that high velocity or small speck of that air gun. So that weapon has to send to forensic lab to test what is the velocity of that particular weapon. Like that one, we have to sometimes on whether it comes under Arms Act or not. One more very important is fix the shooter. If weapon is here, I have handled it. I have picked it and kept it somewhere. Means I have not triggered it. Handled it is different from the trigger. So who has actually triggered it? The person who has died himself, he has triggered, or somebody has fired and kept beside him and showing that he himself just like committed suicide or something. We have to differentiate in suicide and murder here. So somebody others has. Then only thing is hand wash analysis. If weapon is triggered, the bullet will pass, the gunpowder will burn, very minute particle gas will release from that one and you will deposit on the hand. It is invisible. Only immediately the hand wash has been taken within 6 hours. That particular person and analyzed if it is positive for the gunshot residue, then we can say that the person has triggered that one. So that will differentiate the suicide and murder. And if somebody has killed and immediately he has been apprehended and his hand wash has been taken, he can say that if it is positive for gunshot residue analysis, he has triggered the weapon. Like that one, hand wash analysis is very important. That will be done in the forensic ballistics. So document analysis, these are all white collar crimes. So first, document exam, the father of document exam is Albert Osborne. Still this holds good. Whatever he has written, still the same thing has been followed in document analysis. This book is available, you can read it. Online also it is available. Question documents, Albert Osborne. So he is the father of how handwriting can be used for personal identification. Handwriting, signature, anything. So here forensic document examination is comparison of signature, handwriting to fix the authorship. Who has written this one? So examination of forged document, determining the erasers in checks. Numbers may be erased and written some other digit. Determining erasers, additions, alterations, overwriting, disguise writings, which is invisible to naked eye. Such things are available. So it has been done in the document examination. So I can't give which instrument has been used, how it has been done. It is very little time because each section itself required 2 to 3 hours to explain how it has been done. So undertake the examination of typewritten. Nowadays typewritten is lesser one. Computer printouts. From which printer it has been taken out, print. Sometimes which printer may be suspected 3-4 printers. From which printer has been used to take this printout, that can be done. Everything done in the document examination. Forensic physics is mostly physical matching. Analysis of soil, paint, glass, dirt, etc. For example, I can say the paint. If it is hit and run case, 2 vehicles contact each other, the exchange of evidentiary material, the small speck of that vehicle paint has been added on this vehicle. That thing has to be collected. Afterwards, the other vehicle has been caught. Then we have to take the small speck of that vehicle paint and we have to analyze and match. Yes, this paint speck is from this vehicle only. If it is hit and run case, the broken glass. So glass analysis. Soil analysis. Sometimes the person has killed somewhere, body has been shifted. This area, salt and dust has been added to his garments from the shoes or chappals, whatever he wear, bottom of that one. If he has lifted from here, from other place, salt, soil and other thing will not match the soil and dust of this place. That thing can be compared. These are the physical matching can be done in physics. Tool marks, cut marks identification. Tools is have been used for burglary. After that tool have been recovered, this tool has the same marks has come or not. Restoration of the mark writing, number of vehicle chassis numbers and engine numbers have been tampered. We have to dissipate what is the original number. It is actually in deep, it has gone into the metal surface. Superficially it has been changed, but in deep, what is the original number, it is there. To dissipate that original number of the chassis number and engine number. Earlier number plates were there. Nowadays number plates are with stickers and this thing. Earlier painting it was there. Nowadays the sticker we can't do anything, but chassis number and engine numbers we can do. Examination of duplicated items and trade and mercantile act. Whatever the duplicate items in the market, if it has been seized, the investigating officer has to obtain the original same material from the company, and it has to be matched. Physical matching will be done. Examination of skid marks, tire marks in accident cases. With the skid marks and tire marks, we have to identify the vehicle which is having the same tire and this thing, because tires are manufactured, for example, any i10 Hyundai car, all are having the same tires, but same company yourself, but tire marks are there. But the wear and tear of that vehicle, it will give the characterization. That is called, we are having the individual characters after wear and tear. For new one, the same it will be there. It is that wear and tear will identify that particular tire. Physical matching of broken articles, this type of work will be done. Psychology already I have told you. For interrogation purpose, lie detector. Lie detector is nothing but some medical equipments have been used to the person whether he is lying or not. It will not say what is the truth. what statement he is giving, whether he is lying or not, because he knows he is telling lie. At that time, he will restrict that one. At that time, some changes will be in his body. Perspiration, breathing speed will be increased, pulse rate will be increased. Everything we using this same medical equipment, it will be recorded while asking the questions. So, while he is giving the answer, what is the changes it is had. First, they will ask very simple, non-related to that crime questions will be asked. He will be in the normal stage. In between, one questions come related to that crime. At answering that particular question, the changes will be there. Means he is hiding something, he is lying. That will give the clue. Brain mapping, I have told. Whatever the incident you have looked or somebody has committed, that will be recorded in his mind. Anything after so many years, it can be recalled. Because my name is Nayak, Vijay Nayak. Some persons today, first time you are seeing us. And some persons already seen. When I entered, immediately the decoding started. He is Vijay Nayak. He came to our 1 year back. That is decoding, because it is already decoded and stored in his brain. So taking that outside means he is having that knowledge of that crime. That is brain mapping. Here nothing will be asked. He will be sit comfortably in the AC room. That tool will be attached for brain oscillation, that signals to record that one. On the screen outside, like that one, some that particular case related crime scene or weapon, or if he had taken so much money, everything will be shown. When it has shown, the signals will start. He will not answer, no questions will ask. Means he is having knowledge of this crime. That is brain mapping. Narcoanalysis is introduced, that is invasive. These are two are invasive. Here what happened, drug will be introduced in his body. Narcoanalysis, anesthetic drug, whatever the thiopenton, what we will call truth serum, thiopenton, phenobarbital group drug, barbiturate group. So it will be injected. Usually it will be injected in surgeries. But here, under the guidance of anesthetist, it will be introduced in such a dose that the person will not fully conscious, he will not fully unconscious. He will be in the trance stage, in between. It will be maintained. Slowly, just like from the glucose, it will be introduced slow doses, so that he will be in the trance stage. When person is in trance stage, he is not having the capacity to hold the brain, this thing. When I am normal, I don't want to answer this, means I am having the control on the brain, I will not answer. But that control will be removed, so that easily he will talk. So that is the narcoanalysis. So case related questions will be asked. Without any hindrance, he will answer that one. But only thing is, it will not take as a evidence. Only thing is, investigating officer will get the information about the crime, so that he has to collect the additional evidences to prove that one. So digital. So this is what the nowadays didn't exist about 10-15 years back. Now it is gaining most important in any crime. This is the thumb drive to massive network, computer, laptop, mobiles, everything comes under the digital this thing. So this discipline examine hardware tools, software, application, digital files, audio, text, image, video, anything related to the crime from the seized digital material. So here find is the keyword. Very, very important, because in that storage maybe terabytes of data is there. From there you have to identify the particular evidence, required evidence, to find it and take it. That is the challenge here. So now only digital forensic has been introduced. Now in that one, new divisions or disciplines have come. Computer forensics. It is discipline that combined elements of law and computer science. Here, computer knowledge engineers are required in forensic science. Here, identifying, preserving, recovering, analyzing, and presenting this one as evidence in the forensically, which is admissible as evidence in the court, which has to be done because it is a digital evidence. It has to having the procedure same. It has to be taken as evidence by the court. Like that one, it has to be done. Roughly, whatever thing we want, we can't do this one. So we have to follow the procedure to take the evidence from the digital this thing. Nowadays, mobile. Here challenge is, every day new type of mobiles are into the market. Chinese mobiles, iPhones, so many things, because there is a challenge. There are the tools to recover the data from the mobiles. That tools are working for particular type of company mobiles only. It will not work to the other type of mobiles. Then we have to have that company suited tools to recover that one. For Chinese this thing is different. For Motorola is different. iPhone is different. Like that one, it is a problem. So we have to have new type of tools to recover data from the. And one more challenge is some mobiles to crack the password. The criminal will not provide the password. To open the mobile itself, password is required. And challenge mainly in iPhone. iPhone company will not provide the password to anybody. For investigation purpose also, they will not provide. Then we have a challenge to what may be the password to open that one. Once it is open only, then only we can retrieve the data. So here mobile devices nowadays used to save the several type of personal information, contacts, photo, calendars, notes, SMS. Smartphones additionally, it is contains videos, email, web browsing information, location information, and social networking messages, contacts like one. So here, if you have deleted the photo or any data, you will think that it is deleted. You can't do anything. But it is somewhere, it is there. We are having the tool that what is the deleted data? We can recover that one. Whatever it may be, from that particular mobile or computer, deleted data can be recovered. When you have deleted it, what you have deleted it, everything can be recorded. So nowadays, this is very, very important, mobiles. Once a mobile is recovered, all data will come. At this particular date or this particular time, at what network he was there, under what network, so that it will give the information, location information it will give, where he was at that time when crime has happened. So likewise, we are having the data from the mobiles. And audio video forensic. Now it is digital forensics have been divided into audio video forensic, mobile forensic, computer forensic, like one it is. Now audio video again subdivided now, audio forensic, video forensic. So here to main concern is establish the authenticity of the evidence and perform the enhancement is required. Audio is not clearly available for comparison. So much background noise, so many persons are talking in between the persons whose voice is required, it is there. To take that one only and avoid all the background noise and other things, to clarify that one, it is the challenge. Perform the enhancement recording to improve the speech, audibility and the sounds required, and improve the images. If from the any CCTV footage, from that particular type of the footage is available but not clarity, if in the signal some CCTV cameras are there, from that one some vehicles this movement is captured, but investigating officer required the number plate, what is the number of that particular vehicle. It is very difficult because such a high density cameras are not there. From that one, we have to extract that one to improve the images and interpret the evidence. Here, audio comparison, which is voice analysis, speaker identification. It is forensic acoustics. I'm very fast, I think. So I have to complete so many sections, that's why. Just giving the information maximum. So nowadays, forensic accounting, I said earlier, now forensic science is not only a science. Now forensic accounting section has come. Accounting, forensic accountancy or financial forensic, it is the specialty precise area accounting that investigate whether firms engage in financial reporting misconduct. Here experts are, chartered accountants are required. So in this forensic accounting, this background people are working now. Forensic accounting, not science background persons. So forensic accountants apply a range of skills and methods to determine whether there has been a financial reporting misconduct or something. So this is one of the other new section has come into this thing. Forensic dentistry, odontology, what we will call as dentistry, how it helps. Odontology, better known as forensic dentistry. In some of the sexual assault cases on the body, dental marks like this one will be visible. Maybe very lightly or something, but immediately the crime scene officer or medical officer has to identify, and in proper way the documentation is only photograph, no other thing. Best photograph you have to take, and it has been referred to the expert, dental expert, to compare the dental remains with the dental record, comparing the dental record, evaluating the bite marks. So the suspect person's bite, he will take and compare with whether he is the persons who has bitten this mark is belong to that particular person. So sometimes aging of the individual, sometimes evaluation of dental of other injuries, comparing dental remains when body is unidentified, if his dental data is available, if somebody old x-rays has been taken or something, if it is available, for compare that one, it is available. Now DNA is there, with the dental it is not, but in sexual assault cases, finding the answer tooth by by evaluating the bite mark, the person can be identified. One of the example, this case, Nirbhaya case. Dr. Ashish B. Acharya, SDM College, Dharwad is helped. He was the forensic odontology expert. He has identified the perpetrator by comparing the bite marks on the victim's body with the dental molds of the accused, providing crucial evidence in conviction. Nirbhaya case, Delhi. It has odontology help is given from the Dharwad Dental College. So fingerprint analysis also comes under the forensic. So as you know, there's a common, this thing, fingerprints are unique in each individual. Evidence prints can be, fingerprints is help to investigator to link one crime scene to another, or other crime records are available. The person has been released and he has committed one more crime. Earlier, his all fingerprints data is available in National Crime Record Bureau. That can be compared, and whether this person is earlier involved in any one of the crime or something, or if the accused person is there, his fingerprint can be compared. The only thing is to lift that one from the crime scene, latent fingerprint which are invisible, using the powder or new available techniques, the fingerprint will be taken and compared. And this is for about 1985 when DNA was invented. Till that time it was the gold standard to identify the particular person. But each and every case, fingerprints were not available in the crime scene. Any body fluids or other body parts or hair or other things are available, then fingerprints are useless to identify the person. It is not available itself. Now when DNA has come, now if fingerprints also available, with that one DNA can be done. Now we are having the touch DNA. I have handled this microphone or this, I have handled this. My all fingerprints are on this one. I have left this one. Afterwards, if I had taken the swab and send it for DNA, my total DNA will come, profile, because touch DNA has come now. With our prescription, other things also, it is not required only body fluids. Any touch DNA, only thing is how best you are collecting that evidence is important. Techniques are available in the lab to profiling it. So likewise, nowadays, whenever the fingerprints are available, with the touch DNA, the DNA profile will be available. If only fingerprints are available, how can be person can be identified? Is there any chances without knowing that person? Chances are there because 99%, 99, maybe more than 99% population of India, all fingerprints are available in Aadhaar database. All 10 fingers. If one fingerprint is available in the crime scene, that can be automatically send it to matching to the Aadhaar database. The person, photo, address, everything will come. But only thing is, they are not sharing that one for the crime investigation at present. Maybe future it may come because it is individual personal data. It can't be used till that permission is not given. Still one step ahead. If everybody's DNA fingerprint database is there, all over India population DNA database. So identifying the crime is very, very easy. Anything is available in the crime scene, the DNA profile do it and send it for the matching. But only thing is, it is also problem with the personal data because there is involved so much things, DNA. But one country still it is having Kuwait. All total population's DNA database is there. Any crime is happened, they are using that data for crime detection. Because once in Kuwait bomb blast was there, then they have made this one as compulsory. If I am going to Kuwait and staying there, I have to give my blood for the DNA profiling and it will go to the database. So not any other country. So wildlife forensics, this all forensic available facilities can be used in wildlife for crime related thing to help it for the wildlife cases where identifying the species, sometimes not original one, like they are preparing one tiger's skin or something like that one, and species identification. Just like in our biological, especially in biology and DNA, it will be used for the wildlife analysis, wildlife crimes analysis. So, just I have given the core, not all the subjects, all forensic. But where it will start, forensic lab works on the evidentiary material. Only it will works on the evidentiary material. Just like all automobiles run on the gasoline, petrol or diesel, that to run the automobiles, the gasoline is required. That is the base thing. Likewise, if to run the forensic lab, evidentiary material is required. Without evidentiary material, we can't run the forensic lab. That too, in the pure form, it is very good. So, where it will get the evidentiary material? From the crime scene. So, crime scene investigation is very, very important. Here, crime scenes are to collect the physical evidence, crime scene investigation method to protect, process and reconstruct. Sometimes we have to reconstruct the crime scene. How has it happened? To reconstruct the crime scene. So, here the physical evidence is important. Physical evidence encompasses any or all subjects. Objects are maybe anything, visible, invisible sometimes, can be established that crime has been committed or can provide the link between the crime, victim, suspect. That link is only available in the crime scene. That evidentiary material you have to collect and send it. After analyzing that, you can make the link between victim and crime and suspect, and victim and suspect. So, base is evidentiary material. Here, how best you will analyze the crime scene and identify the evidentiary material is important. So that is the competence of forensic laboratory staff. Very, very competent staff is there. High-tech instruments are there. Everything is little value or not at all value at all. Total no value. If relevant evidentiary material is recognized, collected and preserved from the crime scene, and most of the sometimes autopsy means at the post-mortem also internal some evidentiary material is available. So crime scene is very, very important. I can give you one example of this one. How crime scene is very, very important. In 2010, in Chinnaswamy Stadium, and serial blast has happened in Bangalore at a time. So hardly maybe 1 hour before the India-Delhi match was there, IPL match. At that time, at 3:15, first blast at gate number 13. Second blast, 3:30. Immediately in other places, 6 places blast at near St. John's Medical College bus stop. Likewise, 3-4 places at a time blast has happened. So here our crime scene experts have gone. So one bomb was unexploded bomb at gate number 8. That one has been diffused by the bomb squad. Our expert was there, crime scene expert. He has searched that one. This diffused bomb, chemicals were there. In that one, he got 3 hairs, small hairs. He has collected and given to the investigating officer. That hair may give the clue. So what happened? That 3 hairs given total turn to that case. So hair stands CCB have collected, and we don't know at that time, 2010, it has sent to the forensic lab, our Bangalore lab. So what can be done? Only DNA can be done on that one. DNA is done. Okay, DNA profile has come. But without comparison, DNA individual's profile is useless. It has to have the comparison sample. So in 2014, 4 suspects were arrested who have made the bomb, maybe made the bomb in Tumkur home. All 4 blood samples have taken in 2014. And 1 person suspect's DNA is exactly matching with the 2010 collected hair sample. We have given the report that this is the person involved while preparing that bomb because hair is found in that chemical. So that was the only scientific evidence, no other evidence was there. So on that basis, 2019 conviction has been given. This is what? Only maybe 10 suspects have been, 7 has been given this thing, but 1 person who has committed that, who has done that bomb, prepared the bomb in Tumkur, he has been given the conviction only on this one. This thing is there, what I am telling is, DNA facility is there, DNA expert is there. If the person, crime scene who has visited has not collected this hair sample, only hair, you cannot see that one also. With the magnifying lens, if you have seen in that one, he has seen and collected and given. If it is casually visited the crime scene, that one has been not collected at all. So that's why if any facility is there, high-tech facility, experts, everything is useless if not properly collected the evidentiary material from the crime scene. This is the best example. So forensic photography and videography, you know, the Supreme Court as per the judgment latest this thing, each and every crime scene should be recorded, photographed, videographed, and forensic experts should be attended each and every crime scene. Accordingly, this forensic photography and videography, it is the pictorial record of the scene, not it is a taking casual photograph of the function. It is, you have to give the importance for what happened and evidentiary material, where it has been found, in what stage it was there. That one we have to identify. So it will provide the visual record of initial appearance of the crime scene physical evidence, provide the investigators and others with the permanent record for subsequent analysis. If today has happened, the investigating officer may be changed after 1 year. So that investigating officer might have seen the crime scene, but this investigating officer has not seen. Only this record will help him, what has happened at that time, how crime scene was there, and to provide the permanent record to the court. So that should be expert should be there to taking the photographs and videograph. That's why we are having the forensic photography and videography section with the trained experts how to take the crime scene photography and videography. So this is the ABC. I will close the section wise now. I will go for the general information. So ABC of investigation is assume nothing, believe no one, check everything. This is applicable to forensic science also. We should not believe anybody. Assume nothing, believe no one. Investigating officer will give some case history and accordingly we should not think about this one. So we have to go check everything. What are the possibility on this evidentiary material? Everything we have to check and give our report. So forensic expert alone do not solve the crime. Once it is sent to the forensic lab, forensic report in news you might have heard it. Now forensic report ಗೆ ಕಾಯ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ನಾವು ಒಬ್ಬರೇ ಏನೂ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ forensic report. Only it is a combined investigating officer is the leader. Forensic pathologist means forensic medicine, forensic scientist, fingerprint expert, police photographer, dog squad. Some cases, dog squad, everything it is a combined effort to solve one particular case. How fast we can, in coordinated manner, if we have done the work, we can solve the cases. So if it is no coordination at all, this will happen. Everybody think that I am right, I am right, I am right. From that side, investigating officer come here, from forensic scientist will come, what I have done, it is correct. But there is no coordination in between them. Then this is the result. And crime report is how, where it has started. I will give you only information about the India. Kolkata is the first state lab, 1952. 1957, Central Forensic Lab was established. Just a minute. So, National Forensic Science University in Gandhinagar, Gujarat now. Under the Forensic Science University, Gandhinagar, so many universities all over India now for teaching the forensic science, forensic BSc or MSc or any other field. So, in Karnataka, I can say that 1968 first lab was opened here in Cunningham Road. Still it is there, Cunningham Road, IG office, big campus is there. That was our own first building. Now it is the Central Range IG office. Now we are having the Madiwala, this lab. This is functioning with 13 major sections. So core subjects. Other things we have to send the sample to the other labs where facility is available. And Karnataka, with the increasing requirement demand, 7 regional forensic labs have been established, 6 in police range and 1 in Hubli. These are the things. Kalburgi 2004, Bellary, Davangere, Mysore, Mangalore, Hubli and Belgaum. These are the regional labs in Karnataka. So challenges and limitations. Earlier itself I said everything forensic lab can't solve because of this limited amount of evidence available in the crime scene. Very limited. In that itself we have to, without destructing totally, because something we have to remain and we have to send it to the court again. Because if second opinion, if our opinion has been challenged, that should be sent to the other lab. So we have to store remaining that one. Small portion of that one we have to take and we can't use 100% and say that our report is final. We have to give back some portion of that one to the investigating officer. So we have to, as such it is limited amount, from that one we have to, sometimes very limited, there we have to use the some non-destructive techniques. Destructive techniques of we have used means no sample is available for the second opinion. That's why sometimes it is a challenge. Each crime scene is distinct. So earlier case it has happened, same thing maybe this one, we can't assume that one. Each case is distinct. distinct. And risk of contamination always be there. In all other field, you take pharmacology, pharmacy industry, experts are there, same instruments are there in our forensic lab for chemical analysis, drug analysis. Same instrument they are using for drug and chemical analysis. They are handling 99.9% of the chemical. They are interested in 0.01% of the contamination what is there in that compound before manufacturing the drug or something. Ours is entirely reverse. 99.99% is impurity, only 0.01% required amount is there. For that one we have to identify what is it. We have to take that 99.9% impurity and from the remaining 1% we have to take and analyze that one. That is the challenge for the forensic. High sensitivity equipments give the some risk of detecting data which is not required also it will come. So we have to identify that one. The time delay between occurrence, collection, detection evidences, I can give the examples but I don't have time now, only 15 minutes remaining. All data processing and analysis must be precise and accurate because if it is one step has gone wrong, final result will maybe there wrong. Very small trace evidence in crime scene. Just I have given one example, bomb blast case. So that one we have to identify and these are the challenges and essential skills are to fill demand passion and patience. We should have the passion in that field. Just I am working in government job, whatever I have done, it is not correct. I should have the passion. Yes, I am doing this one for the justice, to give the justice for the victim and his family. So if he is not, the victim is not there, at least we can give the justice to his family. That thing we have should be in the mind. It is not always glamorous, as in the serials what we are showing. Observation and attention details. For example, this one. Attention details and observation, how it should be. If I am asked how many squares are there, very, very simple question. How many squares? 1 or 2? 16. Next. 17. Next. Huh? Why it is changing? All are seeing the same picture. One is saying 16, one is saying 17. Next. 23. Next. Why? That is what observation. How keenly you will observe, more square you will can see in this one. I am not interested in actually final value, but I want how keenly you are observing. Any simple thing you don't take very casually. How keenly you will observe, that much information you will get, especially who are visiting the crime scene. You should go on seeing him, keenly observe, you will get the more information. That is what I have given I am not interested in actual how many squares. So logical and analytical thinking, scientific rigor should be there. Communication skill to the investigating officer, to the court, how best you are communicating. Emotional reliance, when you are visiting the crime scene, so much disturbing that you can't withstand that disturbance in the crime scene, in murder and other cases. So that thing, you have to export disturbing cases. Integrity and neutrality is very important. Your commitment and integrity is very, very important who are working in the forensic lab. Mistake can cause justice. Be ready to serve justice, not just to solve the crimes. Ethics and legal responsibility, objective finding, never. So I will advance the same thing, how fast we have to update our knowledge is important, because Before that one, criminal will update their knowledge and do the new type of crimes. Field of forensic now and then, field rapidly evolving with the traditional and modern tool, technological advances, AI assisted already yesterday told, today also maybe how it will help in the forensic. So case study, one case I will give the one example, landmark case where forensic evidence played the decisive role. So many cases are there. One case where my interest is the case, it is the decade-old murder that shook India, Shakira Khalili murder case. It has happened in 1991, came to picture in 1994. So Shakira is the rich and beautiful, came from the one of the most aristocratic family of Karnataka, Diwan, Mysore Diwan's granddaughter. Mirza Ismail's granddaughter. In 3 years, her husband was Khalili. He is ex-ambassador to different countries, India ambassador. And after that, his second husband was Murli Manohar Mishra. He from Madhya Pradesh, better known as Swami Shraddhananda, made up the fantastic story about her whereabouts. In 1991, she was missing. So maybe you might have seen 1994, her remains were dug from under the courtyard of their swanky home city in Bangalore near Richmond Road. Still that area is vacant. Very big bungalow was there earlier. Only one that area, Richmond Circle to that side, which circle it is? No, the metro station is going on that side. Sulya Circle to Richmond Circle, only one big area is vacant now. That was the area. Dug packed wooden casket and it was later revealed buried alive. So you can see this story, the documentary and other things are there available in Prime Video and Netflix, Dancing on the Grave. Total story. So he has prepared 6 months early because she is having the so much property and this thing, to have that property, he has killed her. The case is he has given information, he has given some drug. When she was unconscious, she has been buried alive, not after death. When she was alive, packed in the wooden box, and the box has been buried inside that bungalow itself where he was staying. And he has given the missing complaint. That was the case history, brief case history. So here, after digging that one, exhumation has been done, excavation, not exhumation, because opened the box, it was nothing, only one skeleton and total charred, decomposed, liquefied mass was there in the box. Nothing was available. So here challenge is for forensic, whether this skeleton belongs to Shakira or not. This is the first challenge. Second is to identify whether drug has been given to make her unconscious before death. These are the two challenges. At that time, DNA was just in the forensic field and no forensic lab was having that facility at that time, 94. Only CCMB Hyderabad, Center for Cellular and Microbiology Examination Center was there in Hyderabad. They are just started the DNA analysis at that time. Earlier that one, such as skull and this thing to identify, we are having the superimposition technique. Our lab also, it was there at that time. Craniofacial superimposition. This is not the photo of this case. These measurements and other, this live photograph of that particular suspect's photo is enlarged into the life size, and that skull photograph is superimposed and it should be exactly matching all the points. That is the superimposition technique at that time. This has been done in our lab. This is photograph of Shakira Khalili. So skeleton remains were then sent to DNA lab, CCMB Hyderabad. Not skeletal remains, only molar tooth has been removed from the skeleton, and hairs will not decompose. Total hair was like a token in that box. So hair roots have been taken and sent it to the CCMB Hyderabad. For comparison, her daughter's blood has been taken. Shaba Karili, she was in Mumbai. She was doing modeling and this thing. Her sample has been sent for comparison. So skeletal remains were subjected to DNA fingerprinting. DNA test has been matched Shakira Khalili with no room for doubt. It has been confirmed with the superimposition and DNA test. Now challenge is identify the drug. Here after postmortem blood sample is available, then internal organs are available, then it is okay. But in this case only liquefied mass. Total it was found in the box, has been collected and put into the big bucket and sent it to the lab. Identify this one, any drug is there. So I have done this case at that time, toxicological analysis. I have told you, from the impurity we have to extract our suspected this thing. For extraction itself I took nearly 3 months. Just extract it, purify it, extract it, purify it. Then different techniques have been used. So high performance liquid chromatography with market available drugs which are induced sleep. It has been one by one, it has been go on analyzing that one. It is giving some clue in the benzodiazepine group of drugs. These are the different drugs, and this is extracted from that liquefied mass, and it is compared with the chlorodiazepoxide. Technically you leave it. One of the benzodiazepine drugs which will induce the sleep. It has been given. That one I have given the report. Now investigating officer has asked some more questions. Is she is taking regularly, because that is for the depression and other thing, mental illness, it will be regularly given that drug. Whether she is taking that regular or not. Here any drug if you are taking regularly, it will deposit in your hair roots. So it will slowly move from hair roots to other side of the hair. So if it is available in first 1.5 centimeter, from last 1 to 2 months you are taking that one. If it is crossed the second 1.5 centimeter to 3 centimeter, you may be exposed to this drug long, 3 months out. If it is still more, from last 6 months you are taking this drug. Any drug analysis, this is the method to analyze whether it is addict or simply short term he has exposed to this drug. Here blood is not available, anyhow hair token like it is available, maximum hair roots are there. I have analyzed and nothing is available in that one. I told it is short term exposure. Quantification cannot be done because of the blood is not available. So on that basis, interrogation done to the Shraddhananda Swami. He said that in the tea, one tablet has been given when she was sleepy, unconscious. She has been put into that box, packed and put into that, dig this thing, and inside that bungalow only, plastered and painted. And he himself given the missing complaint in 1991. Since it is a high profile case, nothing has been detected for 2 years, nothing has been came out. It has been given to CCB. Then in 94 it came to light. So everything is recorded. The exhibition, everything video recorded that then, and it has been produced in the court as a evidence. So in short, I have given the story. You can see in the documentary Dancing in the Grave. So here legal proceedings, what happened? Initial investigation 94 by CCB, trial court 2000, and in that case, special public prosecutor was C.V. Nagesh and Hanumantraya was defense. So I was in the witness box for 6 days, continuous, daily. So he was arguing, he is arguing, I have to give the answer. That was the first case I have attended, given the evidence in the court. This is the first case in my service. That's why I am very much interested. So first case itself I have in the evidence box for 6 days. So in 2000, trial court convicted him murder for sentence to death. Then he has gone to High Court. High Court in 2005 given conviction, death sentence is upheld. And he has gone to Supreme Court. Initial Supreme Court has given life sentence. Again he has gone to higher bench. In 2008 upholding the conviction but commuted the death sentence to life imprisonment. The court specifically directed that he would not be released from the prison during his natural life. Means he will be in the jail till death. He is now 82 years old. Now he has requested to shift him from Parappanagrahara jail to Madhya Pradesh jail. Now he is in Madhya Pradesh jail. And in 2 years back he has again asked for the Supreme Court, nothing has given. Now recently in 2023, Shraddhananda filed a mercy petition before President. It is pending now. So while this type of case, why I am showing means it is completely over up to Supreme Court. Otherwise, other cases usually we will not show. We don't know in which stage it is. So in presentations usually we will not show other cases. So here the case become the important milestone in Indian judicial system, as it was the first case where the exhumation process was recorded on video, as well as the first time an DNA test and videotapes of the exhumation were accepted as evidence in the India. So this is the milestone in the Indian judicial system. Now, but despite of the fact that he was found guilty by total 8 judges, from trial court to Supreme Court, 8 judges, still his lawyers are in evidence against him best as circumstantial, and in web series we hear from the Shraddhananda himself who is still saying that I am innocent. This is not the case. Okay. So how forensic has helped in this case? That's what in superimpositions, DNA, then drug analysis. In courtroom, relatively very small and critical part of our forensic experts this thing, because his responsibility, when he has given the report, it is his responsibility. No one other person can give the evidence. He has to, if I retired also, I have to give the evidence for which report I have signed. So testifying about the findings in the conclusion in the court, and our main problem is deposition in the court should be informative, easily digestible. We are using in our report the scientific names, HPTLC, high performance thin layer chromatography. If I told this thing in the court, judge may not understand what is high performance thin layer chromatography. So I have to explain in very easily digestible, simple words without compromising the scientific technique. That is, I have to practice that one, how to say in the court without compromising the scientific technique, how easily digestible sentence I have to made and explain to the court. Have to make forensic field meaningful for non-scientists most of the time. Non-scientists without sacrificing the integrity and details of the science. And prosecution experts may require to provide all the details, their findings. But many good forensic experts are available to review the details. Defense will contact them, take the second opinion, provide the second opinion and cross us. And prosecution experts are more likely to have to defend their findings in the court by showing our so many results and other things. We have to defend ourselves. What we have done is correct. So, with this forensic science, and so just 2-3 slides about the legal professionals, how forensic science help you if you know better the forensic science. This plays crucial role in legal system, providing scientific evidence to investigate crime and presenting findings in the court. Lawyers, whether prosecuting or defending, can benefit significantly from understanding forensic science to effectively handle the cases. If you know it, definitely you can effectively handle the cases. Because all the evidence will not produce in the court. Whatever the crime scene available, evidence left in the crime scene collected by the IO, evidence collected by the investigator and sent it to the lab, what we are having evidence, on that basis report have been given. Evidence allowed into the court according to the rules of the evidence, because all evidence collected is not allowed in the court as per the law. So here, admissibility of forensic science, this should be, you should know. This is very important. Our report admissibility is mainly depend upon these two standards. First standard is the scientific method used generally accepted in the scientific community? What method I have done and given in the report, I will mention the method and other things. Whether this is actually accepted by the scientific community. Something new method I have mentioned and given, it is not. You have to check it, whether it is accepted by the scientific community or not. Has the technique has been applied correctly? This is the main thing. And here, the above standard has been scientific theory or technique has been tested, has been subjected to peer review, and any publications are there or not on this technique. Whether this technique is used in the forensic field. That's why I told DNA and other, it took 10 years to take as evidence. So what are the known or potential error rates of the theory and technique when applied? This you should know, legal professionals. You can study after getting the report, you can study this one. These are the technique, everything you have, and how it benefits. Deeper case insight, strong case preparation, build arguments, cross-examination effectively, present the, can I take 2 for 5 minutes? Because I can give one example, just one simple example I will give you, not complicated one. One case, hit and run case. The person has died. The person who has drive the vehicle has been apprehended afterwards. Immediately he has been tested whether he was under the influence of alcohol or not. Okay, his blood and urine has been collected. He has sent to medical officer. They have collected it, sent it to the forensic lab. Okay, we have analyzed it. Toxicology section has analyzed and given the report that blood is, yes, alcohol is detected in his blood. Okay, alcohol is detected. What is the percentage of alcohol? Percentage of alcohol detected is 25 milligrams per 100 ml of blood. This is the report. Okay, now he is under the influence of alcohol. He had drive the vehicle. He has hit that person. The person has died. Now, 25 alcohol is detected. Okay, 25 milligrams. You should know, as per the Motor Vehicle Act, 30 milligrams per 100 ml, up to 30 milligrams per 100 ml is not punishable. Then how we will take this case? 35, it is below 30, 25. So prosecution has to take this case seriously and study it. When the incident has happened, okay, morning 6 o'clock incident has happened. Why I am taking it is very, very important case has happened. I don't know in which stage it is. Very high profile case. Morning 6 o'clock it has happened. Okay, he has absconded. Afterwards, 12 o'clock he has came to the police station and agreed. Because if he is held in the crime scene itself, the public will not leave him. Definitely they will beat him. So he has gone. It's a high profile case. So 12 o'clock he has surrendered. Okay, he came to police station. Okay, from the police station he has sent to medical officer. Blood was collected at 2:30. Maybe you take as a round figure, 2 o'clock, 2 p.m. blood and urine is collected and sent to lab. Okay, we have analyzed 25 milligrams per 100 ml. Now prosecution has to say that 25 milligrams per 100 ml of blood alcohol presence is at what time? 2 p.m., not at 6 p.m. It is nowhere it is mentioned in the report or medical officer, nothing has report. You have to elicit it. Sir, incident has happened at 6 o'clock, blood is collected at 2 o'clock, that is why how blood alcohol percentage will decrease in this thing 6 to 6, about 8 hours. Take the literature or take the help of the any scientific this thing. He will give the literature. Every 1 hour, 15 milligrams per 100 ml will reduce. If it is 100, within 8 hours, he will come to 0. Means if he is the intoxication, after 8 hours, he will become normal. Because it will slowly reduce, the alcohol percentage will reduce because of, it will go out of his body from urine, perspiration and other chemical action in the body, it will reduce. So every hour 15 milligrams is reduced. So you have to mention that case happened as per this thing record, case happened at morning 6 o'clock. Blood is collected at 2 p.m. In the collected, medical officer has mentioned date and time, blood collected. Every hour 15 has reduced. Take 8 hours, 8 into 15, 120, plus remaining 25. 120 plus 25. So, at the time of accident, his blood alcohol concentration is 155. He was in highly intoxication stage. 75 is initial intoxication. Once it is crosses 100, it is intoxication. 150, highly intoxication. So that at the time of incident, he is highly intoxicated stage. Who has to elicit it? Prosecution has to elicit this one. Otherwise, I am coming to give the evidence. Yes, it has been sample as sent as per my analysis. 25 milligrams is available in the remaining this blood alcohol concentration is 25. That much only I can tell. I can't give all this detail to judge if not asked. If it is asked by the prosecution, I can give. Otherwise, judge will ask, what is the interest for you to give all these things? You have not mentioned in your report. So, these things I can give. Okay, he is in. What about the defense? How defense can cross this one? This is established. Okay, he is in highly intoxication stage because 150 milligrams it is there. Defense has to take the chain of custody, sample who has collected, when collected, what is the procedure has been adopted to collect it. Because you might have seen it. While collecting the blood, nurse will collect, usually doctor will not collect in the clinic or any medical this thing. So what she will do, collect the blood means take one cotton gauze. So it is actually dipped in alcohol, clean it, then prick it and draw the blood. Is it correct? So that alcohol is touched on the skin, the syringe is pricked, the needle, the small, very small quantity of alcohol is touched to the syringe needle. That will come into the blood. That is giving more than 200 milligrams per 100 ml of blood. If doctor has not given the clear instruction to the nurse, don't use the this denatured alcohol swab, just with the water swab and take it. If you cross-examine who has collected the blood, ask the nurse, explain how you have collected the blood, you explain it, you have used this swab and this thing. If she said yes, case is gone. So that's why you have to challenge on the procedures and interpretations. Prosecution is going on interpretation. Defense is going on the procedure lapse. So we don't know. Procedure lapse might have happened. It is not that much alcohol. This is because of the nurse who has used the prick. It has giving 25 milligrams per 100 ml. Because she has used the swab, alcohol swab to clean it before taking the blood sample. This is the example how both are has to see the report and interpret and defense how to prepare it. So if you have greater impact on the judge and the confidence through scientifically, if you have, in this case, both are correct scientifically. So who has given exact scientific with literature, he will win. So career advantage, enhance employability, access specialized role of forensic law in the defense, and forensic experts are not in favor. We are not 100% correct. Maybe because sometimes we are having the minimum facility in the lab, with using that facility only we have to complete it. Maybe we are lacking somewhere there. So you have to see that one. Lawyers should be equipped to question the lab procedures, result interpretation, experts qualification, whether he is really expert by Evidence Act 45. Expert is by qualification, by experience. Whether you are having the sufficient experience or you are having the sufficient qualification to do this test. So identify expose the potential errors such as contamination or misinterpretation. Strategically challenge evidence based on inconsistency or questionable methodologies. Corroborate with the scientific expert early in case preparation, defense or prosecution. Especially prosecution. So many times I am going usually half an hour early to the court and going to the public prosecutor. I am saying that sir, case is like this. Some they will take interest. Some they say, ನೀವು ಹೋಗಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ರಿ ಕೋರ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಇಫ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟೆಡ್, ಐ ಕಾಂಟ್ ಡೂ ಇಟ್. ಗೋ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸಿಟ್ ದರ್. Because if I explain him and ask him to ask these questions, I will give the information. They are not ready. Because we have not given those details in our report. Learn to interpret forensic report, decoding technical language and identifying red flags. Some deficiency will be there. You have to identify that one. Prepare thoroughly for presenting and challenging the forensic evidence in the court. And mandatory forensic proof for serious crimes, it's compulsory. It has been given. And for further, if you are really interested in becoming a forensic expert, nowadays, recently Uttar Pradesh State Institute of Forensic Science, Lucknow has pioneered the concept of law with labs, integrating legal studies with the hands-on forensic training to the legal persons. Exact forensic training with they have started these courses. So if you are really interested, you can attend these courses here. Last month only these are opened there. This is under the Gujarat Forensic University, Uttar Pradesh State Institute. This institute offers comprehensive program which prepares students for careers in forensic science, law enforcement and legal practitioner with strong technological foundation. So that if you have done these short-term courses or other things, it will definitely help you. So with this forensic investigation, our responsibility, I can conclude it, heavy responsibility as such, let no person deter them from the truth and their own personal commitment to see that justice is done. Not only for the deceased, but for the surviving family also, we have to make the justice. This is big, depending upon me, depending upon our integrity and commitment. That is the main two important things who are working in forensic. And as you and us, legal and this thing, summary, forensic science and law together form backbone of modern justice. Science uncovers truth, law ensures fairness, and their integration uphold the integrity of the entire criminal system. So for short period, I don't know, this is already overshoot at the time. So if any time,
There is, I know there's very little time, but I think people have some questions because you've shared decades of experience with us. So I request that the questions be brief and each person only ask one question, and sir will try to answer.
and first of all, I thought I have not very fast, and maximum I want to cover. With this speed, I have given the information. Sorry for that one. For each and every section, I could not give the example for you. If you have given the example, that will be more effective and you will know more. But with the time constraint, I can't do it. Sorry for that one. Yes, please.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah.
Myself, Prasad Kumar, I'm a practicing advocate. Now, my question is related to narcos analysis test. So, just a while ago, you explained, you gave a description about narco analysis, and it is not a credible evidence which can be produced before the court. So, when we consider to that parameter, it has not been taken as an evidence before the court. The side effects of such analysis test, could you please elaborate, sir?
Yeah, still it is not taken as evidence because it is so many times challenged in the Supreme Court that your personal this thing 20, Article 20 or 25.
Yes. In fact, this is considered to be a violation of
Violation of,
fundamental rights.
So still it is giving the permission, but it is not taking the evidence, but it is helpful for the investigating officer. In the old cases, there is no any information or no evidence at all. Then only I have told that the evidence is available in the brain of the person who has committed the crime or who has seen the crime. So here that thing can be elicited from the investigating officer. Under narco analysis, he will give the information what I have done, and weapon where I have kept, I have hidden that weapon. Everything information he will get, investigating officer. After that, he can recover that one and that one produced as the evidence. So for that purpose, still it is used. But definitely court is giving the permission. No. But only thing is, he has to give the consent to conduct that test. If court gives the permission and that person accused is not giving the consent, this test cannot be conducted on him.
Got it, sir. However, the serum, I'm talking about the serum that's used for narcosis analysis test, is also very harmful, right?
Yeah, it is harmful, means it is not harmful. It will be under the guidance of the, because it will be conducted in the operation theatre only, not anywhere it will be conducted, narco analysis. With the, all the facilities, just like if while doing the operation, how it care will be taken, like that one will be done. Anesthetist will be there, general physician will be there, all doctors will be there. In their presence only it will be done in operation theatre. Only the question who is asking, the forensic psychologist will be there, and the one video recording person who is doing the video recording, that person will be there. No IO, no lawyer, nobody will be allowed inside.
Okay.
So with that precaution only it has been done. And I can tell you, I cannot say 100% it is safe. Why I am telling you, if you know that earlier penicillin was given.
Correct.
For giving the penicillin, before that one test dose has been given. If it is any adverse effect, then normal dose will be not be given. So many deaths are there when test dose has been given. Then how? Because that particular chemical is not compatible to his genetic character. So that itself become adverse effect. So, okay, penicillin is given. What about the other injection? So many drugs are injected. Every time no test dose is given. In so many millions, one may be adverse effect, death may occur. Yeah. So many times in such cases, on the doctor they are giving the negligence of doctor. It is not negligence of doctor. It will happen, very rarest rare. Like that one, when this thiopenton, sodium pentothal or truth serum, what we will call, when it is injected, adverse effect may happen, but doctors will be there, facility will be there to take care of him, but still it is happened, then they have to answer.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for your time.
Sir, I am Boineshwari, Assistant Professor of Law from Bharat University, sir. Sir, I had a doubt personally. This is not regarding law, because I have a sister, sir. She had an injury for 1 week because of she was wearing one anklet. Finally, after 1 week, suddenly she was died. Due to the toxicology reports, they had said that due to the blood, after that the blood test came, some toxic substances was there. So it was a shock to us. because you are regarding the toxicology.
The insulin, no?
We didn't know about, sir.
No, which drug has been introduced?
But I didn't know, but that report didn't came, sir.
Arsenic.
Toxicology report didn't came, sir. After postmortem, that report not yet received, sir.
No, after that only I can answer, because
Okay,
I don't know what has been injected and what has
I
been
just
introduced
asked,
in our body.
how much
Only
time-
toxicology analysis report has to come.
Oh, okay, sir. I
And
just
one
asked
more
how
thing
much
is-
time the person can survive once the toxic is injured in the blood, sir.
Arsenic or what you are telling?
Arsenic, not, sir. Once the toxic is involved in the blood, totally, if the blood is totally impure, how much time the person will survive, sir?
No, not impure. After postmortem, the sample has been tainted. And if that drug is there in the blood, still it is there, definitely toxicological analysis will give the report that what drug has been detected or what chemical has been detected.
Okay, sir.
That has to tell, then only it will come to know that that has affected or not.
Okay, sir.
Because so many times I am telling every chemicals, sometimes we have to quantify that one, how much quantity is present. Without that one, we can't say that one. For example, anesthesia, I could have been given the one example, that one. How anesthetic drug has caused the death and the case was on the doctor. It is not the negligence of the doctor. It is because of the genetically it is not compatible to him.
Okay, so finally
Like
they
that
have
one
said
also
that it
happened,
is
maybe.
genetics. Finally, they simply said it was a genetic. So that's why I'm
That's why I am telling each and every drug can't be given as a test dose.
Okay, sir.
Some already it is known that there are so many cases regular in this case, particular drug death will happen, means in such cases test dose will be given. Not in each and every drug giving the pills or the injection, you can't give the test dose.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Very good morning, sir. I am Gandhimati Scania, Assistant Professor of Bharat Institute of Law in Chennai. And I wanted to ask you, I know for conducting narcolepsy test, we need to give sodium phenytoin, right, to the person. So while giving sodium phenytoin, there is a high kinds of risk. If we give overdosage actually it is given based upon the age and disability of the person. But sometimes if we give an overdose, if the person goes to the vegetative state, will the medical team will take the responsibility, or the person who gave the consent to take the narcolepsy will be held responsible?
Now, first of all, question of overdose will not come here, because anesthesia who is introducing anesthetic doctor, he will judge how much quantity has to be given. For any surgery, who will decide? His weight, his physical fitness, everything. On that basis, anesthetist will decide for 10 minutes how much quantity has to be given. This anesthesia, same thiopental will be introduced in a surgery case. Here, to make that person 15 minutes in trance stage, not in unconscious stage. For surgery, they have to make it as unconscious stage.
Yes.
Here, it is still lower that one, unconscious stage, not in unconscious, trance stage, semi-conscious.
Semi-conscious.
So, they will decide and give the, that particular drug, and all other medical equipments and any something has gone wrong, immediately they have to treat it. Everything it is under the supervision of expert doctors, and it is in the operation theatre. This question will not arise.
But something in case
No,
if it
that's
goes
something
wrong,
that's I have told you. In a million in one case, if it is adverse effect has happened,
Okay.
nothing can be done.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Good morning, sir.
Yes.
Quick question. What in case if there is mismatch in the findings? Say there is two types of evidence. One is evidence pertaining to Forsenic, say biology, and the other one is documents or any other field. You find one positively linking to the accused, one is negatively, does not link to the accused. So how do you give weightage? And how is that considered by the investigating officer?
So negative means One may be you have to recheck it for take the second opinion, because we are not destructing all the evidentiary material. We are giving back. That can be tested again and we can check whether it is any errors in analysis or thing. If same thing is negative has come, then investigating officer has to check. He has to change the direction of the investigation. It may not be what we have thought is not maybe. As per the history, everything will come, but in forensic report, it is entirely opposite that one. So many cases are there. Definitely it is opposite.
Okay.
Especially in DNA analysis. Something will be fishy. Maybe tampered, sample is tampered. I can give you one example of the tampering. Just I will take 30 seconds. One of the lock-up death in Belgaum, one blood sample has been sent to toxicological analysis. I have analyzed that one. At that time, alcohol has come. Okay, some alcohol may be provided him in the jail. When it has been analyzed and quantified, it was giving 14.2 grams of alcohol per 100 ml of blood. Grams. You take 250 to 400, when reaches 400 milligrams, the person will die. That will be the lethal. Here, 14.2 grams means 14.2 into 1000. That much milligrams has come. How it has come? Practically, it is impossible. That much alcohol person cannot be consumed. Now it has been referred to CID. CID investigation started with who has analyzed. I have analyzed. For me, they were interrogated first. How it has sample come, how you have done it. Everything I have given the details. Then investigated everything. Sample was intact, seal was intact, everything is intact, but sample was tampered. In opinion, I said, this is practically impossible. Sample was tampered. Who has tampered? Whether doctor has tampered, or the forensic scientist has tampered, or in between who has bring the sample from doctor to forensic lab. Seal is there. Seal is intact. Then transit may not be happen, but it has happened in transit. Why I am telling you? Doctor has put the one small injection bottle like thing with the rubber cork, and inside he has sealed it, cloth packet and sealed it. Somebody has taken the small drop of alcohol, prick that one because it is a rubber cork, and one drop has introduced. He don't know that one drop will give just much big value. So that has happened, tampered. So the investigation itself has changed. The sample was tampered. Like that one, after that everything is confirmed, the investigating officer has to change his direction of investigation.
Thank you, sir. And just another, it's a basic question. If we have to pursue this profession, which particular field of forensics has the highest demand?
No, here if you are pursuing legal and this thing, if you want to work in the forensic lab, you can choose any one particular section. But if you want legal with the forensic background, you have to know all the sections work, because which case referred to you belongs to which case report we don't know. So that's why I have told you the Lucknow, this recent law with lab, they are giving full knowledge about the forensic reporting, how to read that technical, this thing, everything, that basic knowledge you should be there.
Excuse me, sir. I just wanted one doubt regarding forensic. When you are being an expert testimony, when you are giving expert testimony in the court, so some cases might delay, like it take 20 years or more years. So what are the challenges you face when you are giving that expert testimony?
The challenges means after the long period, I am retired, still I am giving the evidence. So one thing, if I have contacted my lab, I want 20 years back report file to give the evidence here, not available. Nobody is interested there to pick up that old file and give it to me. And I am staying somewhere. They have to send somebody and give that file to me. By seeing that file, I have to give the evidence. What best I can do? I am a retired person, nobody cares. Department also not give any TAD8 for me for traveling. Court will also not give. But they will send the summons, then warrant. Arrest warrant. I have to come. So I have to bear the expenses because I have done wrong thing 20 years back to sign the report. So when I come there, nothing is there. Only my final report will be available in the court file. Seeing that one, with my experience, I will give the evidence. Whatever the extra thing they ask, I don't have file. If you provide me to file from the forensic lab, order this, sir. I request the judge, sir, bring the file from the forensic lab. I will give the analysis details. Otherwise, I don't have. I am retired person. Still that challenges I am facing. Nowadays, some courts are giving the video conferencing as per the High Court order. Some cases, they are not allowing. They are asking, defense is asking, no, he has to present personally. We have to ask him the questions. They are not allowing to ask the prosecution will allow, defense will not allow. Ask them to come to the court personally. These are the challenges.
Sir, good morning, sir. This is Mahesh, I am from Soundarya Law College. Sir, in Shakira case, the investigate officer has asked you that whether she is taking regularly the drugs or only the one time she has taken. By air route, you find out that only one time she has taken. Apart from, in some cases, air route is not present. On that cases, how can you identify, sir?
If death has occurred, already postmortem has done, only internal organs has the doctor has collected and sent it. He has not, at that time, he doesn't know that the drug may be coming into the report. At that time, body is cremated. So, our hairs are not available. Then only we can say that quantification we can give on the basis of blood. Not we can say the retrospective toxicological analysis from how many days she is taking, we can't do it.
Oh, not,
but
not
the
possible.
person
It
is
not
alive.
possible.
Person is alive. You might, I have to say it or no, I don't know, but I will tell it's my responsibility. Ragini and this thing, 2 cases.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Both have been arrested taking the drug, okay, in party. Urine and their hair samples have been sent.
Okay.
Hair samples have been analyzed. And it is saying that this much. Report I don't know because I am not telling, because somebody has analyzed. By that time I was retired. So that report is there. So the person is alive. Okay. Hairs can be removed and sent it, but not small hair. So hairs should be about the pencil thickness, that much hairs are required. So usually in one place it will not be taken, in different place it will taken, and that will be analyzed for retrospective consumption of that drug and other chemicals. Okay then, thank you very much for patient hearing. Something I have gone telling. Okay, thank you.
I take immense pleasure in thanking our esteemed resource person of Day 2, Technical Session 1, for his thought-provoking and insightful session. We are truly inspired and educated, sir, through this session in scientific justice, forensic science in criminal justice system. On behalf of our institution, I also extend my heartfelt thanks to VG Nayak, sir, for sparing his valuable time and being with us today. Thank you, sir.
With this, the first session of the second day of the workshop is over. Everyone, please, you're welcome to take a 5-minute break, but please be back here within 5 minutes. 12:15 is the maximum. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I now call on both Vijay Kumar sir and Paninder sir to come on stage. I invite Shilpa to introduce the next session and speaker, please. Shilpa.
Thank you, Vidya. Respected dignitaries, beloved teachers, and dear participants, A very good morning to you all. Sorry. A very good afternoon to you all. It is indeed great and honor to. It is indeed a great honor and privilege to introduce our distinguished speaker for today's session, Mr. Paninder B.N. Sir, a court-commissioned forensic expert, advocate, and the director of Clue for Evidence Forensic Lab, Bengaluru. Sir has an outstanding academic record with multiple postgraduate degrees, MSc in Physics, Forensic Science and Cyber Security, MA in Psychology, along with an LLB and LLM specializing in torts and crimes. Sir also holds a postgraduate diploma in Forensic Documents and Fingerprint Examination and has undergone advanced training in lie detection and data protection. With over 16 years of experience, Sir has handled more than 7,200 cases involving handwriting, signature, fingerprint, digital evidence, accident reconstruction, and much more. Sir has deposited in over 1,200 cases across India, and his forensic reports have been upheld by High Court, trial courts, and other judicial bodies. Alongside his professional practice, Sir has served as a faculty member for the National Academy of Customs, Indirect Taxes and Narcotics, and the Central Detective Training Institute. Sir has delivered lectures at prestigious institutions including the Karnataka Police Academy, law departments of several universities, bar associations, and bank training colleges. Sir research papers have been published at national and international training colleges. Sir academic papers have been published at national and international conference, and Sir continues to guide and inspire young scholars. Today, Sir will be speaking on a very timely and important topic, artificial intelligence in forensic investigation. In this era of rapid technological advancement, AI is becoming a powerful tool in solving crimes, analyzing evidence, and supporting the justice system. We are truly fortunate to have an expert like Sir to share his knowledge and insights on this fascinating topic. Now we request Sri W.D. Vijay Kumar Sir, Trustee of Seshadripuram Education Trust, to felicitate Sir. Thank you, sir. Now we request Sir to take over the session.
Good afternoon. Let's have a better afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you. Yes, I am informed that you have been seated here since 9:30 in the morning. So it's as per the time this was supposed to be the closure hour. But yes, we'll start this topic of a very great significance, especially for you in the professional journey. The next trend is all about most of the investigations will happen based on the artificial intelligence. I am also informed that the session will get over by 1 o'clock. So I'll not delay much beyond that. So with this preparation of the mindset, let's continue with our topic of the day. Artificial intelligence, you have been hearing this since past 2 days, so I'll not get into what is what about artificial intelligence, but one thing which we have to understand to make it very clear before we start is that artificial intelligence is because of a human intelligence. The human intelligence is creating the artificial intelligence. Basically, to work in the artificial intelligence, it requires the data bank which is provided by the human being. The data bank is very, very crucial for any kind of artificial intelligence. In the investigation process, there are different challenges which involves in the data bank and the database requirement. Because not everything we can feed into a particular system and get an output just the way we get it in different domains of operation. In the investigation, only one particular level is what the artificial intelligence can give us some kind of results. Because the investigation is not just scientific, it also involves in some cases some kind of emotional parameters to be considered. So 100% artificial intelligence cannot be of any help in the investigation, but it only makes the job of a forensic expert or the investigator around 30 to 50% convenience or easy is what we have to understand before we proceed with our topic of the day. Yes. In different Western countries today, digital surveillance is a known factor or known procedure of law enforcement agencies. Remember, when we watch any English movies, when a person is absconding, in less than few minutes they are going to search various public CCTV footages and they are going to identify with the help of the facial identification, oh, this person is found in so and so public place. The movies, they show it, right? Similarly, it is also in practical, but the question is, are we adopting this in India at this point in time, to which the answer is no. Because in India, we have the famous Justice Puttaswamy's judgment. What was that? Right to privacy as a fundamental right. So there is a big debate or two different extremes, right to privacy versus the investigation requirements. For you to investigate, should the right to privacy be a hurdle is a debatable topic. So let's not get into that. And it also goes to a certain extent where the mobile phone is investigated by an investigation officer. One particular crime is what he's investigating, but the same mobile phone would have multiple other evidences pertaining to different kinds of crimes. Can this evidence be used by this investigation officer? The answer is no. Because every other data which doesn't pertain to your registered police complaint is a immaterial data or a irrelevant data protected by right to privacy. So coming from this background, the right to privacy is one hurdle, and it would not be a limitation, but I would call it as a challenge. There's different approaches which we have to take it, but ultimately, for the purpose of the pattern recognition, which today we are also seeing this in the biometric access systems, okay, the facial identification, the mobile phones are doing the pattern recognition. How does the mobile phone give you the access? Because you are seeing the mobile camera that has a artificial intelligence in that. And the mobile phone is so smart. If you don't look at the mobile camera, that doesn't open the lock for you. If you don't blink your eyes, it doesn't open the lock for you. That means the artificial intelligence as a parameter is concerned, there are different identification applications, out of which one is the facial identification. We have identity of the serial offenders, and to break some kind of cold cases, this acts as a data bank for which you should have the suspect's video in your data bank. There should be one video, CCTV or some other footage as a data bank, which is always waiting where to search for it. And in one particular case, you get a suspect. Then you put the suspect's photo or the video onto the processing unit, that is a computer, and that will try matching with the previous data and this data if it is the same or different. So ultimately, for the purpose of identification, this also goes by the gate pattern analysis. Can somebody tell me what is a gate pattern analysis? What is a gate pattern? Not heard of it? Good reason for me to explain that. The gate pattern is the way one would walk. The person who is of a particular height, would walk in a different way. And the distance between each footstep, it gives me an understanding as to what is the approximate height of the person. And in certain cases where only CCTV is the footage or CCTV is the evidence at this point in time, the person's face is not visible because CCTV has captured the person from rear side or some wrong angle where we cannot identify the photograph or the face at all. In such cases, the way in which the person is walking will be kept as a pattern of analysis called as gait pattern, G-A-I-T, gait. This pattern recognition can also be helped with the help of, also be taken as assistance with the help of the artificial intelligence. So ultimately, as a tool of artificial intelligence, it is only a diagnostic tool. It cannot give me a evidentiary value output. Ultimately, the way we go to the diagnostic center, take a scanning report, and in that place, nobody says what disorder we have it. Who is the person who says what is the disorder? Doctor, we have to get the scanning report back to the doctor, and doctor is an expert. He reads the report to interpret what it is all about. Similarly, artificial intelligence is going to help you, or help us rather, for some kind of diagnosis of the situation. Ultimately, we are the one who will take a call on what is the outcome, how is it relevant for the purpose of investigation right now, and that is the application of the expert. At this point in time, or even if we look at next 5 years, no artificial intelligence can replace the role of an expert. The investigation officer, who is a human being, the artificial intelligence cannot take the role of the investigating officer. Rather, it can take the role of a judge. The artificial intelligence can take the role of a judge. Because why? Judgment is based on what you have pleaded in the application. Right? So, but no artificial intelligence can be an advocate. Because for advocates, you also add some emotional masala into it. Isn't it? Artificial intelligence doesn't do that. It is more of logical. A judgment is based on what you have pleaded in the documents. A judge, artificial intelligence can become a judge, but not advocate, but not the investigating officer and not the experts. While proceeding further, in the process of our digital forensics today, most of the investigation which happens in digital forensics, we are already seeing the application of artificial intelligence, including your mobile phone. You go to WhatsApp and you want to search some conversation which you had with someone 8 months ago. I remember I discussing about pizza. I don't know with whom I was discussing with it. What you would do? You would go to WhatsApp, search for the keyword pizza. And that is going to help you to get you all the chats which had pizza in it. Similarly, in digital forensics, when we investigate GBs, TBs of data in one particular hard disk, today what we are seeing is TBs of hard disks. If we investigate one particular hard disk, it gets me several TBs of data, and in that I am only looking for one particular Word document. Assume the hard disk had around 400 GB of data. Size is 1 TB. Data available is 4 TB. 400 GB of data. For me to investigate 400 GB of data, if the computer is filled with only Word documents, can somebody tell me how many documents can be there in 400 GB of data? The Word document I am referring to. What is the usual size of a Word document? It's in KBs. After KB, it comes in MB. After MB, it comes in GB. So when you open a Word document, if it is in KBs, I'm talking about 400 GB of data, which might contain my Word documents. Should I open all the several thousands of files to keep searching for one particular keyword of the suspected investigation? Assume this is the investigation of some bomb or bomb threat or whatever. I have kept a bomb in Vidhan Sauda. It was a Word document sent through email. Okay. And for me to investigate this Word document, how do I go and search for it? I use something called as keyword search, just the way we do it in the WhatsApp. And in the keyword search, all the files which has this keyword would appear. And the challenge is that we cannot input a Kannada script for the keyword search today. Why? Because the tools what we are using it is not compatible with the countries like India, where we have 18 and plus languages to be used. Okay, and it's not feasible for these people to give us the interface of all these languages, including OTT platforms today. They don't give every movies in Kannada. Have you seen that? It's not practical feasible for them. They give it in some different languages, but not all the documents available in Kannada. Similarly, these applications are a limitation for searching for the vernacular scripts at this minute. We cannot have any solution in the vernacular script. We have to do it hard way. Open every file, check it, close it. Open every file, check with it, and close it. That takes a lot of time at this point in time. And another challenge is that to create a PDF document. How do you create a PDF document? Can you create a PDF from your mobile phone? Can you? What you will do? Take a photograph and save it as a PDF. There are applications where you can save it as render it as a PDF. And in this document, I cannot do a keyword search because it is now an image. For a text, I can do a keyword search, but for an image, I cannot do. So even though we have the artificial intelligence interface, few aspects of investigation happens manually. So for this reason, some of the cybercrime investigations will take months together time for us to access every file available, and to eliminate all these files will take months together time. It actually counts into several hundred hours of human time. Okay, now going to the cybercrime investigation today, cybersecurity and cybercrime investigation. Cybersecurity as a defensive mode is concerned is more driven by artificial intelligence. It's 911, emergency. All right. I think it's artificial intelligence is working over there. I'm talking about cybersecurity and there is a threat for that. Anyway, cybersecurity today, attackers, the hackers are utilizing the cybersecurity and the artificial intelligence to a larger extent. To hack into a particular network, it takes the help of the artificial intelligence. To write a particular programming code, okay, because the cybersecurity has a lot of codes to be written. Okay, see, there are different, in the network architecture, for me to transport a particular text document, it has a different phase, it has different layer. For me to transmit a file, okay, there's something called FTP, File Transfer Protocol. So like this, there are different layers which helps us for different activities, and there are different port numbers. In the computer language we speak about different ports, different layers for different kinds of communication. The artificial intelligence can be used to understand which port of your network is configured for what protocol. If I know this is a port which is available for file transfer protocol, I can do a particular coding and keep testing your vulnerability. The biggest threat for the cybersecurity is not the system, it is a human being. The biggest threat for the cybersecurity is a human being. It is one act of the human being which can compromise the whole cybersecurity activity. And this can happen through artificial intelligence. Whatever the mails you receive, you have won a lottery, please click this. When you click that link, it appears like, legitimate, genuine page of some companies. That's called phishing attack. And to keep doing this, the artificial intelligence is used. To counter that, also, we're using artificial intelligence. Which are those sites which are meant for these kind of attacks? We can take the help of artificial intelligence. This is more of intelligence gathering at this minute, but to fight a crime, it is not the artificial intelligence in the domain of cyber security which is helping us for anything. One of the biggest advantage what it is predicted is the predictive analysis. And however, to accept this is a bit challenging, because some people would say, as per your astrology, as per your kundali, you are more prone to become a thief. Okay? Would you believe in it? No. Can anybody believe in it? No. This extent of predictive analysis might not work for everything, but this might actually work for very specific domains of our investigation. See, predictive analysis is more of psychological significance, or unless otherwise there is a psychology involved in it, there is no crime which can happen. And for that you use the legal language. What is the legal term? Mens rea, right? Mens rea includes the motive, preparation, action, everything. But in the books of the law, there is no word mention of psychology. Okay, it is a mens rea, motive, everything is defined in every other sense. But the predictive analysis would happen with the psychological assessment also. A person who has committed X number of crimes, can he commit the next crime? As per the artificial intelligence, it is yes. Okay? A person, when he has less than 1,000 rupees in his pocket, he would commit a chain snatching. We have seen that practice. Like, there are some college students who are caught, there are some different gang who come from different states. They come here when they don't have money, they do one activity and they go back. And as far as the predictive analysis is concerned, I would say, okay, when they come here, they would commit a fraud. They would commit a fraud or a crime. And predictive analysis wise, yes, this team, when they come here, they will commit a crime. But is it going to be true? May not be. So the psychological significance is something which the artificial intelligence in terms of predictive analysis cannot be relied upon. Artificial Intelligence was a movie in the year 2000. Has anybody seen that movie? There is one movie in English language. Will Smith. Okay, it's Hi Robo. No, the movie itself is called Artificial Intelligence or something. Hi Robo. Okay, just verify that. It's in 2000 year. It's a beautiful movie. In that, when we discuss about the emotions, this is where I am coming to make you understand. The movie is all about creating robots and creating artificial intelligence to help different activities of a human being. At one instance, the hero will be traveling with a kid of around 13, 14 years. And they meet with an accident. And the car is drowning in a sea or a lake or something. And the robots come for rescue. When one robot comes to rescue, it only rescues the hero, but not the kid. He was very disappointed with that. And when he wanted to verify that, he realizes the robot, when he jumped inside the water, it analyzed the probability of survival of the kid, which was less than 20%. For that reason, it did not save the child. But for the adult who was saved, the hero, his survival chances 35-40% or something. So he was saved by the artificial intelligence. So for that, he was very disappointed with the artificial intelligence. So similarly, for the artificial intelligence does not know the human values. So in that sense, whatever the predictive analysis it's going to give it to us, it's still going to be adopted with a very limited approach, especially in the countries like India. Because in India, we have a lot of scope given for moral and cultural values. Different countries, different approaches, but especially in the countries like India or any other Asian countries, we have a strong cultural background to adopt the predictive analysis, especially in terms of psychological assessments, will be a challenging or a very limited task. Yeah. For the purpose of autopsy, we are now seeing the trend of virtual autopsy, artificial intelligence based autopsy. What is autopsy? Where do we do the autopsy? Forensic medicine, pathology lab. Okay, that is the place where they do post-mortem. All right. So to conduct the post-mortem, it doesn't require the doctor to be available at every place today. If you only have the technology, sufficient. We have the concepts of virtual autopsy. Doctor can sit at the place of his choice, the technology at the place of one side. He can conduct the complete autopsy sitting at his convenient place. So this is a new trend which is well practiced in different countries right now. Even in India, we are adopting to the virtual autopsy situations right now. speech analysis. In the digital crime, digital investigations, we are now getting to see the crimes based on the voice. How many of you have heard about voice cloning? Voice cloning? There is a gang which kidnaps someone who says, oh, your son is kidnapped. And suddenly you get a call, Papa mujhe bacha lo. There are reported cases on this. That voice which they heard is closely resembling to the known voice. But that is not the actual voice. That is a cloned voice. Cloning is getting one copy of the same thing. What we do as a photocopy can be called as a clone. It is a clone of one original document. Similarly, voice cloning is an application where we try to clone the voice. And when the fraudsters are using the technology for cloning the voice, we also use the same technology to detect the voice which are cloned. So here, the artificial intelligence can be of much help to us, because when we speak, a human being when they speak, there will be a lot of fluctuation in the frequency, tone, pitch, everything. But a computerized voice would not have that. Remember how you listen to the mobile speech, the GPS, take right. And if the human being is there, take right, man. There will be a different feel, right? So that feel, that is a pitch, tone, and frequency, is something which will be missing in the computer-generated voices, which can effectively be detected by the artificial intelligence to a larger extent. We also have the speech recognition. Yes, the speech recognition is also customized as per your mobile phones today. If you have used Apple iPhones, okay, it only recognizes your voice, because you have to train your device. After you train your device for some time, even if other person says, hey Siri, it doesn't listen to that. Okay, it's only when you call, hey Siri, Siri will respond to you. So like that, the artificial intelligence is very well connected to you by now, but for the purpose of investigation, we also use it for a larger extent, where we can process multiple samples. With the voice signature, we can process multiple samples where the output can easily be given that this voice is matching with the suspected voice. In the movies, we see this, to a larger extent. And the practical wise, the technology is now coming for actual use. But in the movies, you have already seen that. Okay, the moment you put the voice, tang, 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 voice matched, that is because of artificial intelligence. One of the biggest application for the investigation in terms of artificial intelligence, it is the reconstructing the crime scene. Today, crime scene reconstruction itself is a very challenging task, because the one who visits the crime scene must capture the whole crime scene in a way where any other person who wants to investigate that scene tomorrow should get a similar access. Remember in the situations or cases like Arushi Talwar's case, if you could be very well known about this. In Arushi's case, where was the crime scene? The second crime scene was discovered only after 15 days of the first incidents, and it was badly messed up with it. So in such cases, creating the crime scene becomes very, very critical. How many of you are using Apple iPhone 14 and later devices? 14 and above? Please raise your hands. Thank you. In your Apple iPhones, there is one beautiful sensor. Have you known about that? And that's one of the most questionable situation, where we have the technology in hand. We don't know where we can use this. The Apple iPhones 14 and above has something called LiDAR sensors. Okay? And this sensor is the one which can create a 3D imaging of any surrounding. Madam, please download a 3D imaging application, and your Apple iPhone, you just have to keep your phone rotating to a particular object. That will create a 3D object. And with the help of the 3D imaging, we can do virtual reality investigation. What is virtual reality investigation? Remember, you go to a mall there will be a gaming center and they want you to try wearing a big goggle. Some movie will be shown to you, isn't it? And you can touch, feel all these objects. That is called virtual reality. And the crime scene can be investigated in that approach. Because when the 3D imaging is done, sitting in any place of our choice, any expert can investigate. A lot of cases gets compromised because of lack of the competent experts at the scene of that crime investigation. Not same expert can be available in every place, isn't it? So for that reason, a lot of cases gets compromised. But with the help of artificial intelligence like this, if one particular scene of crime is captured as a 3D, 3D goes by imaging and videography also. So if that imaging is available, then any expert sitting in India, abroad, wherever, can investigate your crime. So this is one good advantage of the artificial reconstruction of the crime scene. Not just that. We also use today, for the purpose of accident reconstruction, the artificial intelligence is used for reconstructing the accidents. What vehicle, at what speed, taking a particular angle curve, can cause what kind of damage if it topples. If some other car is coming from the other way, if it just touches, what is the speed of the other vehicle, what is the impact of this vehicle, all these things can be reconstructed with the help of the accident reconstruction application of artificial intelligence. For all those who can actually have a career in the MACT cases. What is MACT? What is MVC? Okay. MACT is a tribunal name which hears your MVC cases. This is not called a court. Okay. MACT is a motor accidents claims tribunal, which MVC cases would go. And MVC cases are handled on behalf of insurance or against the insurance companies in most of the cases. In this situation, the insurance companies wants to prove who was negligent when driving. And for this, we utilize this application of accident reconstruction, which vehicle at what speed, what impact, what damage, what is the negligence or contributory negligence is what we ascertain with the help of the artificial intelligence as an application. However, we also get this in the data analytics and pathology and serology requirements also. However, these things to some extent depends upon the data what we input, but to a larger extent without the data also being given as input, with the help of simple physics formulas, the artificial intelligence can give us the output of the road accident reconstruction expectations. I just mentioned LiDAR sensors. This is a LiDAR sensor which Apple iPhone 14 and above has it inbuilt. So please, experiment on that, okay, to understand how good the technology is in your hand. Can't play this file for some reason. Try a different file. Okay. Okay. Next is in the scene of crime. For two reasons. It's a bullet and blood. In these two kind of cases, the artificial intelligence can be of much help because of we can develop the trajectory and the trajectory. Okay, when the blood is spilled, say for example somebody stabs a person, the moment they stab, if they remove the weapon out of it, there should be a blood stain. Blood will just sprinkle. All right, that is one situation. Or if the person has been shot, like headshot. How many of you play the video games? You now remember the headshot, which gets 5 gold coins. Anyways, when you take a headshot, the blood sprinkles. All right. When you take a close shot, what is the distance of the blood sprinkle? If you take a long shot, what is the effect of the blood? So to analyze all these things, the distance between the weapon and the person who got injured, or the weapon which was used to stab, and that related trajectory and trajectories can be assessed with the help of the artificial intelligence. You can see the entry wound is being shown here, projectile is shown on the other side. Okay, so there are the different cases where the entry wound and the exit wound has to be related to. For a human body, if one gunshot is fired, if people are standing together, at least 4 or 5 people can get impacted because of one bullet. But how do we assess the trajectory? Okay, that actually can be helped with the artificial intelligence. Matlab, the weapon of this kind of load, so and so, physical characteristics of the weapon, and what is the mass of the human body? What do I weigh? What is my friend standing next to me has the weight? So completing that trajectory, the artificial intelligence can give us some assessment as to what is the probable entry wound, exit wound. Is it in line with the claim, or is it artificially made? All these things can be made with the help of artificial intelligence. This is just an example of what you can see from where the blood should drop, what is the distance, horizontal positioning, okay, splatters. This gives a lot of assessment for the forensic experts at the scene of crime. Every crime has to be first eliminated, that it is not this. Only then this can be included that this is that. The investigation has 2 verticals. One is the elimination. One is the identification. To identify one person, there can be a procedure followed to eliminate 9 different people. This is not the person, this is not the person, then, oh, this is the person. So investigation has 2 verticals. In most of the cases, it can be an identification. In some cases, it is an elimination. Oh, this is not the person. For both, the investigation aspects remains the same. However, for limitations of the crime scene reconstruction, at this minute, is the procedures what we follow is not completely felicitating the crime scene reconstruction the way it has to be. I'll give a small narrative. Suppose there is a person lying on the floor and you can see some blood. You just entered the hall, you saw the person with some blood over there. What will be your immediate action? What do you do immediately? Huh? Come again? Please be louder. Try to wake him up. Okay, if he is not waking up, what do you do? First aid, emergency. Don't you think you are disturbing the crime scene there? You would accept this only when you know that's a dead body. Till the time it is declared dead, we will do what a human being expected to be doing. We try to save that person. In that process, the actual crime scene is affected. What was the actual positioning of the weapon? What was the positioning of the chair, seat, glass, bottle, whatever is actually affected. More people come, they want to make space. All right. So in this process, the altered evidence is something which will be a limitation for us. But if it is a non-disturbed crime scene, it will be definitely of help. But in some cases, it would be a limitation. All right, I'll just skip all these things. I'll also skip this. Yes. Last topic for my discussion. So probably next 4 minutes, I'll complete my session. ChatGPT in the linguistic examination. Suppose I take your mobile phone, I send a message to your college principal, Madam, I hate you. Just for instance. And if the investigation starts, who will be in trouble? Are you in trouble? Okay. But what is the difference you can take? That this is not me who sent this message. How do you do that? That is called linguistics. That's called forensic linguistics. The way you use your language. ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಭಾಷಾ ಸಾಮರ್ಥ್ಯ. Okay? The way we use the verbs, nouns, pronouns, punctuations or whatever everything indicates some kind of individuality in our communication. Remember when we were school kids, or even in the college for that matter, people would, tease some faculties. The moment they say that keyword, you are referring to that particular faculty. Isn't it? That is the linguistics part of it. Similarly, the ChatGPT, which is now being used to create the text, is a challenge for this examination. If you create your own language, I can identify who is that. But if you're taking a help of artificial intelligence while texting, when you want to create an email, that will give you a suggestion. Okay? And summary is already there. In the emails, if you look at Gmails today, you get the summary first. And then it gives you complete text assistance also. So that is a challenge for the investigation. But in the investigation, we can clearly say it is a text originated because of ChatGPT. That we can say. We can also say this is not the person who created this in a normal sense of preparation. But who created this artificial intelligence based data, we cannot say. So here, artificial intelligence plays dual role. It helps us for creating a lot of reports on one side. Okay, but as a challenge part of it, for the purpose of investigating a written text or a typed text, this is going to be a challenge. Cybersecurity is more technical. I am skipping this. However, do you identify this personality? Yes? Who is that? Who is this personality? It looks like me also. Yes, indeed. It is both. It is both the Hollywood celebrity and Collywood celebrity. However, these days, this is the effect of the artificial intelligence. The face cloning, artificial intelligence generated videos, images are all the threat for our everyday life. Remember, you see some Instagram reels, Narendra Modi comes and he tells something like that. That is not Narendra Modi at all. Isn't it? That is the application of artificial intelligence. So please validate anything what you see. This is one good reason where one category of cyber crimes are happening. Somebody, the SEBI chief will come and give a speech. This week, this stock will go up. So please buy the stock for making your profits. That company stock is promoted. That's a fake video. Okay, a lot of things are happening, but this is just an example of how artificial intelligence can be used for your purpose. So, can we just play the video, madam? Yeah, just play the video. That's it. Okay. Yes, as a conclusion from my side, artificial intelligence can definitely be considered as an effective tool, but it has to be used carefully because it has to be fed with a lot of data sets from our side. We cannot feed a lot of data sets because the data sets what we have are all confidential data. The artificial intelligence has to be created indigenously, which the central government is presently working with. Otherwise, all these ChatGPT and open source tools are all different countries-based database. In India, we are now preparing our indigenous AI tools, which we have to see and experience how it actually works in the near future. So with this, participants, I conclude my session at this hour. So I thank for your patience and your flexibility of accommodating me. Okay, so at the time when I reached here, so I apologize for being late, but however there was a different reason, but I thank you for your patience and open learning. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Would you be open to taking 2 questions?
Yes.
We have
Quick
time
2 questions.
for only 2 questions, so I'm sorry.
Yes, question number 1.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
I'm Naveen.
Naveen, tell me.
So my question is, when it comes to criminal activities, is AI necessary in phone locking system or any alternative system can we use for safety and privacy?
For the phone locking,
Yes, sir.
see what you're using is presently AI only.
Yes.
Okay, and in fact I probably take your question in a different way. To use AI in your mobile phone activity, it is already there. The pattern locks, and 3 times you don't do a proper lock, it is going to lock your mobile phone. All these things are AI involved in that. For the purpose of investigation, we require AI for this. For me to open your locked phone, how do I do that? I don't know your password, right? I can now use artificial intelligence to give me or suggest me what could be your password, for which I need a lot of data. Your date of birth, your name, your first pet name, father's name, mother's name, address, first mobile number. If in case you have a girlfriend, girlfriend's name, or the ex name, everything we need for guessing your password. Here we can use the artificial intelligence for that.
Thank you, sir.
Is there another question?
Can you give us a quick perspective about laws and regulations governing AI as of now, if they exist and how good they are, or
See, at this minute, the laws on artificial intelligence doesn't exist. I have not seen any regulation across the world which has, regulated anything about the AI. But there are certain things on the data privacy concepts. If you look at the data privacy laws and the artificial intelligence, they both closely resemble. Why? Because for artificial intelligence, you require data. And if you understand, there was a whistleblower who also got murdered, who actually tried whistleblowing on the OpenAI data sets. All right, so the data privacy, we have the law. Even in India, we have DPDPA, Digital Personal Data Protection Act, which is about to be in practice very soon. Presently, the rules are being framed for that. But when that comes in India, we have that regulation. Otherwise, we have GDPR, HIPAA, the different compliances across different countries. Specific to AI, we don't have any legislative provision right now. Recently, it has been introduced, but there has been certain controversies going on with that. Debates are happening because the AI is very vast domain right now. So the provisions, what has been included in those provisions, is not acceptable by everybody who are using it to the AI subscription. So for that, it is having some kind of debating, but it is not yet considered as a real-time or a full-fledged law at this minute. Still controversies are going on.
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the organizers, faculty, and all the participants, I sincerely thank our distinguished speaker, Mr. Paninder B. Ensor, for sharing his invaluable knowledge and experiences with us today. Your insights on forensic science and its applications have truly enlightened and inspired us. Thank you once again, sir.
With this, we conclude the two-day workshop, Cracking the Code. I thank all the speakers, organizers, and participants for making this memorable. I invite Sharanya to address you all and express our sincere gratitude.
It is my privilege and great pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks on behalf of Seshadripuram Education Trust and Seshadripuram Law College for this insightful and enriching two-day workshop on artificial intelligence and forensics. First and foremost, we would like to extend a heartfelt gratitude to our distinguished dignitaries who have graced this workshop with their presence and guidance. Your words of wisdom, your time, and your encouragement have set the right tone for the discussions. We particularly today would like to thank and express our gratitude to W.D. Vijay Kumar sir, trustee of Seshadripuram Education Trust, for his guidance and support. A special note of appreciation to all our dignitaries whose deep knowledge and practical insights into AI and forensic gave us a proper foundation and clarity on the fast evolving field. We also would take this moment to thank our beloved principal whose vision and support and constant encouragement has been a backbone of this workshop. Most importantly, we would like to place on the record our deep sense of gratitude to Dr. Rupa Madam, our respected faculty coordinator, whose guidance and encouragement and meticulous planning made this entire 2-day workshop possible. Our sincere thanks also goes to the organizing team, whose tireless efforts behind the scenes ensured everything was smooth and well coordinated. We are grateful to the photographers and media and press representatives for covering the event and helping us share our learning to a wider audience. A very warm thanks to the enthusiastic students, participants who have shown keen interest throughout the 2-day workshop, asked very thought-provoking questions and made the session interactive and engaging. A big round of appreciation also goes out to the volunteers, teaching and non-teaching staff, and all the faculty members present here today. To conclude, again, we would like to extend a heartfelt thanks to everyone who contributed to the success of this 2-day workshop. With your continued support, we look forward to organizing more such workshops, and we hope you will all join us again. Thank you all. Also, to kindly note that lunch will be provided today as well at the Seshadripuram Law College campus. We request all of you to join us there. Thank you.
One final announcement for all the participants. It's post-lunch, you will be provided your certificates of participation. Thank you. So please wait till after lunch. Thanks.